Sorry, that was a bit muffled. Am I actually live now? Welcome to the Lincolnshire Wolds and welcome to Cadwell Park. There is no better place to be on Easter Sunday morning. The sun is just starting to come out. It's been a very misty start here. A lot of people wandering past me saying, when is this going to clear? Look at these miserable conditions. This isn't miserable. Cadwell Park with a bit of mist in the morning, but the sun's starting to break through the clouds. That is perfect conditions. This is the Alan Healy Memorial Rally, organised by Border Motor Club. Local motor club have been rallying here for many years, and we'll have a bit more information on them and the man with his name above the door during today's live coverage. But this is the penultimate round of the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. We had that championship showdown, didn't we, last time out at Donington Park? And what a showdown it turned out to be. John Griffiths and Emma Morrison just missing out to Michael Igoe and Will Atkins, who took the title this year after just a year of circuit rallying, switching in 2023, Michael Igoe, from GT racing to circuit rallying in that Fiesta Rally 2. And in fact, it was this rally last year when Michael Igoe took out the rear quarter on that Fiesta Rally 2 and made a real mess of it, and we happened to be there in the assembly area to get all of the action, reaction and raw emotion. He'll be hoping for less of that, but Cadwell Park is not a venue that has treated our newly crowned champions very well. Last time out, the second round of this winter series, they had a disaster on the last stage, winning with a fairly big margin. I think it was like 16 seconds or something. They had two punctures in the very last stage of the day, coming home 15th or something like that. So a terrible end for Michael Igoe. But apart from that, it was all maximum scores this season. They just can't get into the 2 rounds left to go. Last time out at Donington Park. So here we are at the penultimate round with what in the industry we call a gloves-off battle. No championship, well, no overall championship. We've got some news, and as you can see, we've got our cameras, Phil Brammill, Jamie Ganley, live in the stages here at Cadwell Park. But yeah, we have got a gloves-off fight for the overall prize here at the Alan Healy Memorial Rally. That is for certain. I'm going to leave you with some action from the stages while we await our first cruise into this flying finish here at the end of stage 1. The cars are starting, if you know the venue, up at Charlie's exit, and then they're going the wrong direction as, oh my goodness, a Volvo Amazon road rally car just drives into the venue. We're going to have to do a walk around later and show you some of the awesome cars in the paddock this morning, because there are some cracking cars, and that Volvo Amazon has just added to the pile. I actually got papped myself by Stephen Johansson, our Subaru driver here in the championship, as I drove in my Clan Crusader earlier. But no, the paddock is looking amazing. That Volvo Amazon is actually in golf colours. I know this is not very good radio, so we'll get back to it. So the first stage, there's 9 today actually, 9 stages, about 44 stage miles in total. This first stage, sponsored by Maple Towing and Leisure, the branch of Maple Garage over in Sprotely near Hull. And we'll see from proprietor Phil Burton later on in his Maple Garage Subaru. 5.5 miles this first stage. They start at the back end of the circuit on what is known here as the club circuit at Charlie's exit. They go the wrong way down Coppice and down the start-finish straight the wrong direction before hairpin left into the pit lane. And it is pretty greasy out there. I wouldn't call it slippery today, but it is definitely greasy out there on the stage. So plenty of slip and sliding action down there before the chicane in the pit lane, and then up the link road, which normally basically facilitates people on foot walking up and down between the commentary tower and the pit lane and the paddock at the top. So that is a tight section. We've seen a number of incidents there over the years, not least that dramatic incident which ended up deciding a title between John Stone and Chris West, where they both got smashed up at the top of the barriers there. We've got a clip of that to show you later in the live coverage, but I remember stood there in the clubhouse here at Cadwell Park. Special stage on. I worked here at that point, so I was behind the bar sorting something out. I can't remember what, and I remember the excitement and the gasps. People were watching the special stage live coverage with Sam Coleman on the telly, and it turned out the cars were just 100 yards outside the window, not even that. But it's also seen some pretty big incidents. Ashley Morris went down there and clattered all of the fence and made a real mess going down there one year. So lots of jeopardy on this opening stage, and there's a number of people. Philip Rowlands was just telling me he's in a TR7 V8 today, one of 2, I'm pleased to say, as our newly crowned champions make it through the stop line into the finish here. We'll get a word from them in just a second. But yeah, 2 TR7 V8s, and Phil Rollins was telling me he hasn't been here in this car before. He's got Phil Woodcock alongside of him, and he knows his way around, so I'm sure he will be fine. But it will be an interesting baptism of fire out there, because although the conditions are ideal, it has been very misty this morning. It has been a little bit wet leading up to this event, so it will be very green and slippery out there on the stages today at Cadwell Park. We will just get some reaction now from our newly crowned champion. I didn't get a chance to speak to him, Michael Igoe, at the last round, because I was in the commentary box, Sam Coleman on commentator duty and out in the paddock. So it will be good to see what I think will be a big smile. WRC1, the registration on that Williams Auctions Citroen C3 Rally 2. Doesn't that look a sight to behold here on a misty morning at Cadwell Park? I have to ask, how does it feel coming here as champions?
Yeah, very good. Yeah, we're both thrilled with that. Looking forward to the last 2 rounds though, because we still haven't had a lot of seat time, so good to get some seat time and starting as car 1 as well, first of the conditions. So yeah, interesting 2 rounds ahead.
1 on the door, 1 on the championship leaderboard. Michael Igoe, Will Atkins. Good to see him smiling. Doesn't really like interviews, doesn't our Michael Igoe, but we don't give him the option here in the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. Here's Paul Murrow, Craig Simkiss. If you go to rallies.info, you'll be able to get your up-to-date results here at Cadwell Park. I haven't got those in front of me just yet. Paul, nice and slippery out there, I bet.
Yeah, not too bad. Nowhere near as bad as I thought it would be. No, good stage that, I would have thought.
Lots of sideways in the pit lane.
Pardon?
Lots of sideways in the pit lane. Craig's nodding.
Really, no, really good. It's good, that. Good. Whack me up.
That's what we like to hear. Our competitors already enjoying themselves this morning, as you can see. Tony Robinson and Paul Spooner have a bit of a do. Tony, where did you damage the car?
Just doing a little bit of light weights in there. It felt a bit heavy to start with, so...
Whereabouts on the circuit was it?
Oh, just going down through that Nadgery bit after the assembly area. Just a bit slippy, and there's a tyre that was sitting out crown, so it got in.
Mr. Spooner's nodding, you gotta go. Get that. Fixed it, ready for the next stage. It won't take too much doing. Mostly cosmetic, and these cars are designed to come apart nice and easy and go back together nice and easy as well. Martin Hodgson, this is an interesting one, pulling out this weekend due to the car having an issue, which does mean that Alistair Stables and Neil Jones have got a chance to get... They were 11th overall, 3rd in class here. Last time out there, Alan Healy. A podium in class last time you were here for this particular rally. Yep. What can happen today?
It's got to be 1st in class.
You've got a chance to get some points on the board today.
100%, yeah. I mean, obviously we're benefiting from the likes of Martin not being here, but let's take the opportunity.
And nice and slippery out there to kick things off.
It's pretty slippery under the trees, but main track's okay. So.
Alistair Stables, nice and relaxed, happy enough. James Garner here with a man alongside him, Jordan Joynes, who does as many rallies as we do. And I'm going to give him a rally riff-raff hat because he does as many rallies as we do. And James, this is a car which has gone well here. You enjoy this place, don't you?
I really do, yeah, but obviously we had a bit of a bad start as we come down to the hairpin. Someone who couldn't get round, so we had to be straight on and wait for him, so we lost a lot of time there, but it should be fine.
And could you pass this to your man alongside you? He does as many rallies as I do. Very much deserves to be part of the Riff Raff Club. There's Jordan Joynes alongside James Garner in the Barry Morris, Tom Hutchings championship winning car. Wow, Mr. McIntosh. I grew up watching cars like this at Cadwell Park. It looks amazing.
I mean, it is amazing, to be fair. It's a bit nadgery for us because we don't have a handbrake. We don't have a handbrake release, so it's a bit difficult getting around the corners. We put some super soft tyres on this morning, but they've gone off already, so it was really kind of slidey, you know. So a little bit nadgery, but no, good practice.
Good, I'm looking forward to watching the action back. And Escort Cosworth slipping and sliding its way around Cadwell Park. So Andrew McAlpine then stopping in his Subaru Impreza S12 in the Group N, just near the assembly area. You will have seen that on your screens. Thank you to producer Wayne in the studio. I've got him talking in my ear every now and again. He'll pass me some salient points of what's going on out there while we bring you some reaction. Here's a man who I haven't seen at Cadwell Park for a long time. Last time was, I think, in his proto Volkswagen Polo, but here he is in his Porsche. Craig, long time since we've seen you here.
About 6 years since I've been here.
How was that?
Slippy, but hilariously good fun.
It's not a circuit or a rally stage that's designed for a Porsche GT car, but it looked and sounded fantastic.
I like to be different. It's great fun, loving it. It's so slippy, but so amazing.
He likes to be different, but he's also having fun. That, at the end of the day, is the name of the game. Gonna switch sides here. All right, we'll let you go quickly, but how was it?
Good, but no power. Misfire, one off, so off.
No power, misfire for Stephen Sawley. We'll let him get back, get that sorted. This looks a lot of fun, doesn't it? Roger, without even having seen any of that, because I've been stood here, I'm guessing it was very sideways.
It was very sideways, a bit slippery, yeah. Handbrake not working, so that causes a few problems. But
that's what you got all that power under the rear wheels for.
oh, yeah.
Enjoy. It is slippery out there. How good does Jamie McBain's Peugeot 205 look? Got a really quick word with him. Jamie, this thing looks fantastic. It always does. How was it out there?
Greasy, couple of boo-boos, but yeah, we don't seem to have any brakes on the rear, so struggled through the tight and twisty section. But everything else now, pretty good, clean.
Couple of boo-boos. I'm adding that to the Paul Woodford bingo. I love it. Jamie McBain, couple of issues. Couple of boo-boos. There's a bit of Armco paint or chicane paint at the very best on the rear quarter of that. Ken Sturdy, local man in the ITS Spectrum Avenger. Are you avenging something out there?
Yeah, the fog's lifting, but my glasses just cleaned up, so it makes no bloody difference. But yeah, it's a bit slippery, but all good, yeah. Got around the first one safe, so...
Former circuit rally champion alongside you. He looks like he's terrified. Long time since he's been in the car.
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's not only navigating, he's telling me how to drive as well, when to change gear, everything. He's brilliant.
Watch him, he'll grab your handbrake if you're not careful. Tom Hutchings, former 2019 circuit rally champion co-driver. We'll catch up with him later. And Chris, you've got a little bit of paint damage on the side. Nothing too bad. What happened?
Just chicane, I think. Just clipped chicane. But we've got quite a lot of slow cars there. I don't know why. Same one stalling through to it. But
well, that just probably means you were going well. They weren't necessarily slow.
well, I felt, yeah, it felt good. Yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah.
Chris is clipping chicanes on stage one. He's on it. Daniel Poole with last year's circuit rally champion Emma Morrison alongside. How was that?
Yeah, good. Very good, yeah.
Yeah.
Greasy, but yeah, good.
Nice circuit, nice stage venue for a big power front-wheel drive car, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think one of my favourite circuits out of the championship.
Best circuit in the UK, this.
Definitely, 100%.
1979, it was in the Mintex. Henry Toiven and Sig Blomqvist took stage wins here, so you're following in the wheel tracks of legends. I think John Griffiths might have taken a stage win with Emma Morrison here once as well.
Just a couple.
Here we go. Daniel Poole enjoying himself. Joseph Duffy in this Lotus always has fun, and this is the perfect car for Cadwell Park. I'm not even going to open the door because I can't even find the handle. There's no point. No point. How was that?
Yeah, not bad. We went with dries, so we've got temperatures, we've got going. We're having a fairly tidy stage, but the Mark II spun it in front of the grandstand in the narrow bit, and we couldn't get past with to wait, so it probably cost us 10 seconds.
Could have been worse. He could have been trying to get past you.
True, yeah. Other than that, it was all right for a first stage, which is normally our nemesis, so we're happy with that. We'll take it.
There we go. Joe Duffy's underway here at Cadwell Park. We'll just move down a little bit to give a bit more space to the marshals in the stop line. He's got Paul O'Neill still on the door. Look at you name dropping.
Oh, well, we're going to have somebody good in the car, haven't we?
He did well, but how are you gone?
Yeah, good. I mean, obviously, the first stages are the only ones where we can do any mileage, so I think we've probably done okay with that one, but now we'll be fighting when it starts to dry up, but we'll give it our best shot as always.
Now we'll be fighting. You're at your best when you're fighting.
Well, hopefully so, yeah. It's a fair challenge, those two cars, but we'll give it a go.
We'll give it a go. Paul Sheard, a man who knows this circuit very well as a rally stage, and Good morning. How was that?
We had less traffic on the way up with the van, actually. It's chaotic out there. And there's this Subaru that kept spinning in front of us on the chicanes, or on the hairpins rather. We had to keep reversing to let him reverse to 3-point turnaround. It's so frustrating.
As I said to Joe, though, when he had a car spin in front of him, it could be worse. You could be the car spinning round.
Well, that's true. We're a bit down on power compared to these other guys. They'll be trying to make it up in smooth driving. So, anyway, it's good to be here. That's the main thing.
Good to be here, and it's Battle of the MX-5s out there today as well. Alex, stuff. Easy sounding. You heard Nigel Brain say it was pretty tough out there. How was it for you, Alex? Nigel saying it was pretty tough out there?
Yeah, it's definitely not a lot of grip at all going on. It was a bit interesting to say at least. Yeah, but yeah, not the best.
Not the best, but that's 5 miles done. You've got a long way to go.
We've done it now. We've seen a bit. Seen how
sunshine at Cadwell Park.
It's coming. Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
There we go. Mention sunshine, and the smiles arrive as well as the sunshine. You just tuned in. This is the penultimate round of the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. It is the Alan Healy Memorial Rally at Cadwell Park, organised by the Border Motor Club, one of my favourite events of the year, and there's no better place to be on Easter Sunday morning. Happy Easter wherever you're watching. Happy Easter, Mick.
Oh, yeah, happy Easter to you too.
Have you had your Easter eggs this morning?
No, not yet. We had a full English breakfast instead. Much better than the Easter eggs, I think, didn't you?
How did the first stage go, more importantly?
Very good, a bit greasy, but I think we had a bit of pace, so all good.
I love the sound of a greasy Cadwell Park with a Mark II Escort.
Cadwell, he can't be beaten, can it?
Mickey's enjoying himself. He's had a full English. He'll no doubt be adding his Easter eggs to that a little bit later. Sam Gendy, Samantha Bartlett now. Did you feel like you needed four-wheel drive out there today?
Absolutely. First stage was definitely greasy. The fog's lifted though, so that's a bonus.
It's your first time here, Sam?
No, I came here in 21 in a pull-sheared MX-5 that ended in dramatic fashion after 1.5 stages.
That's why Samantha was giggling.
Yeah, I mean, I've raced here circuit racing several times, but yeah, in a rally car, first proper day out.
And being run by John Indry as well. Ask him about this place.
Yeah, he loves it. He's always got a story to tell. He talks a lot of rubbish sometimes, but you know, take it with a pinch of salt.
We call that theatre when it comes to John Indry. Sam Gendy done a bit of circuit racing here. He's got a few marks down the side of that car. He's clearly been taking quite a lot of curve, as you will do when you come circuit racing here at Cadwell. Sir Andrew McAlpine, we've seen him in a classic Mini here before, and I was looking for that on the entry actually, but here we are on a Subaru. How was that? A bit tough?
Yeah, character for me. I haven't driven the car for over a year. Got caught in one of the earlier chicanes. Got in the way of someone, and then the next lap round someone else got in the way of us, and I thought I'd done all the hard work down the back straight, getting in front of them. Drove straight into a post at the top of this course there. Not the best stage I think I've ever done, so anyway.
And please tell me you haven't retired that beautiful Mini.
Oh God, no, that's still going. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Sun's out, so it should get better from here.
Absolutely. Third is play.
Sir Andrew McAlpine, actually the 7th Baronet, which is, I think, a kind of peerage which is handed down. You earn it. It's a hereditary peerage, I think, from the Robert McAlpine Empire. Stephen Johansson, how was that?
Good fun, yeah. I thought it might be a bit more slipperier than it was. A lot of traffic, heck of a lot of traffic.
I've heard that from a few.
Yeah, we got caught at one of the hairpins. Someone had a bit of an incident, so we had to stop for about 10 seconds, I think it was. So, yeah, a lot of time to gain now. But, yeah, good fun.
You didn't race that often here, did you, when you were in circuit racing? Did you ever race here?
Never raced here, no. It's
racing cars that were a bit too big.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. That's exactly it, yeah. But it's great to come to this circuit. It was one of the things about doing the circuit championship that you get to come here, so yeah.
I'd like to hear that. It's the best race circuit in the UK, and it's a fantastic place to go rallying. We are at Cadwell Park on Easter Sunday. Nigel, how was that first stage down?
That was mega. I love it here. It's such a great track, and it makes a great circuit for rallying as well, so absolutely loved it.
Perfect car for Cadwell Park, this as well. So it's a GT86. Great fun. Jeff Still racing on the side of that car, local man as well. I think. I'll probably get that wrong. Rambo, here we are.
Here we are, yeah, back again.
How was that?
Very good, yeah, it's all right. Bit of track blockage, but yeah, Marshall's did a good job down there and then get one in too, so yeah, fantastic.
Just watch your co-driver between stages, because he gets quite busy doing things like fitting helmets and supplying people with safety gear, so he tends to disappear.
Yeah, I've got a dog lead on him.
Rob Brooke from Club and Motorsport alongside Stuart Ramby today. Rambo had a big do here. I think it was 2018, maybe 2019 at Hall Benz, went bouncing across the tyres. That would look fun.
Very slippy but fun.
That's why you bring a Mark II Escort with big power out to Cadwell Park, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit sketchy in places, but it's drying up. So
first time here?
No, about 5th. It's going to be fast. It's going to be a fast day. So
sun's out now.
Huh?
Sun's out just.
Yeah, looking forward.
Made him drop his pen now. Andrew Wishart in that lovely little Mark II. Here's a pair I haven't seen for some time. Last time was actually in the BTRDA Championship in the Proton Sanctuary. Here's the S2000 Proton, and here is Roger Priestnall.
Who needs to learn how to drive again.
I could have said something rude then, but I'm not going to. I saw you before.
Yeah. So we were just still learning. We just screwed up a couple of hairpins. Got stuck, and a bit of track, but we're learning the car today. We're not making any land speed records today.
We get some reality. How's he doing, Jamie? All right? Yeah, thumbs up. Spot on.
He ain't slapped me yet.
Your helmet still fits.
Yeah.
Waited a long time to say hello to Roger Priestnall in the rally car. There he is. Jamie Forrest alongside in the Rolex-sponsored S2000 Suzuki Swift. Let's just move further back down here to give the marshals a little bit more space. A rear-wheel drive BMW on a greasy Cadwell Park as the sun just starts to come out, giving you a bit of promise for a bit of grip later on. Good fun?
This is what rallying's all about, fella.
Yeah.
Nice venue. First time venue from a Navigator. Absolutely brilliant. We get old car expired, a lot of white smoke everywhere, so we couldn't see, but absolutely brilliant. Loving it.
I said to a few of the people who had cars with issues in front of them, it could have been you.
Yeah, why not? That's rallying, kid.
Enjoying himself out there. Simon Belcher, Kerry Pullen alongside first time at Cadwell Park. That looked fun.
Yeah, a bit of traffic in there, but can be expected around here.
You look like you've been working hard.
It is. It's very warm in here. So, yeah, but not a clean run apart from we lost like 10-15 seconds stuck behind the car on a hairpin, and he just won't let us pass. So it is what it is.
It is what it is, but he's still here. Peter Outram enjoying himself. The first of our TR7 V8s. Anthony Per-Eklund and Mike Broad brought one of these here on the Mintex in '79 and came 4th place behind people like Henry Toivonen and Stig Blomqvist. You're walking in the wheel tracks of legends in a TR7.
We'll do it. We'll do what we can for them.
You've got a battle of a TR7 here as well.
Yeah, there's one behind us. Yeah, Phil's just starting this for the first time. No, first time out with this motor, so we'll see.
It sounds as amazing as it always does. I've always wanted to see this at Cadwell Park. Enjoy.
Good, we will. See you later.
Look at that. Just look at it. Anthony Windle. Never mind opening the slider. I'm going to be inside the car. How was that?
Yeah, very good. Oh, it's awesome to be out here again. Just struggling with the brakes a little bit, but it's really good. Can't beat it.
VTEC kicked in.
Always.
The mountain and the VTEC is very much track day territory, this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, circuit car, circuit rally, can't go wrong.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Joshua Wallace, Kimberly Wallace alongside, enjoying themselves here at Cadwell Park. Corsa kit car with a difference. How was it out there?
It'd have been good if my handbrake worked. Because, yeah, I caused a lot of grief for a lot of people because, handbrake wasn't working, so I couldn't turn around. And it's a bit tight, isn't it?
I mean, that's fine. Normally in a Lincolnshire Wolds, it's caravans causing traffic, so we don't mind a rally car every now and again.
I think a lot of people probably did.
Oh well. Bit of frustration inside the car for Richard Kay, Ian McLean. Car 53, the Escort you will have seen has stopped on stage there. What a car this is, Michael.
I like it, yes.
It's fabulous to see something different. Stuart Gilkes alongside you as well. He knows this place well. How do you?
Yeah, reasonably, yeah. Absolutely fine. Knackered though. I haven't done an event in like 2 years and it's like, I'm going to go home now.
I haven't seen one of these with wide arches on, I don't think ever. It's beautiful.
Yeah, good, yeah, I like it. Thanks very much.
First stage down, good fun?
Yeah, yeah. A little bit slippy, but pretty good, yeah. Happy.
Working hard in here. bringing something a little different to the entry, a Visa GTI, and a cracking looking wide arch rally car as well. Will, I took myself off on your door then. How was this?
It's great fun, really slippery but nice. Under the trees there, that is well sketchy. There's no grip at all, but good stuff.
Can you imagine it in a little Mini Cooper back in the historic touring car days, battling the big galaxies?
Oh, that'd be nice, mate. Yeah, that's the way, you know, with tight stuff, that's what you need.
The Nova's perfect for this, though.
Yeah, now I've got the handbrake working better. I'm all right now.
We look forward to seeing you using it. Good luck. So it's sometimes a bit of a pain interviewing people on the first stage because there isn't a lot to say. Just move back a little bit, but there's plenty to say here at Cadwell Park. Phil, I am delighted as you look at you all chilled out. Look at him with his elbow out there, chilling out in his TR7 V8. This is how you go rallying at Cadwell Park. Anthony says he's keeping his eyes on in his mirrors for you. It's brilliant to see this out.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shock to the system after the BMW.
I suppose it's not going to feel quite as quick or as chuckable.
No, nothing like.
In fact, this will probably chuck you.
Definitely. It will bite if I'm not careful, yeah.
I'd love to see this out. Enjoy Philip Woodcock alongside a man who knows this stage well. He's part of the organising club. I'm surprised they've not roped him into organising duties and running a stage. So out there in the car instead. There's Andrew in a very unique looking Fiesta. That dashboard is a bit of kit, isn't it? How was that?
Real carbon.
It's not real carbon, just wanted to get it in there.
Yeah, good, really slippery. I've got a sticking throttle though, which is fun for the morning, but just to wake you up. Other than that, yeah, really good.
Wasn't the co-driver's idea, was it, to make you go faster?
Oh yeah, definitely is his fault. He was.
It's all right apart from the hairpins. Well, just grab that handbrake, and apparently Malcolm doesn't have to worry yet because that dashboard is not real carbon. It looks good though, it looks really smart. Very quickly, very quickly.
Very slippy, just at the finish.
Oh wait, there we go. Peter Taylor, Charlotte Wainwright, very slippy. They've got to get to the service area. I'm just going to move forward a little bit. I love to see this out. Dave, if you listen very carefully on a wet day, you can hear it.
Yeah, that is tight. That is quite tight in there. That's good fun though. Now we know what we're doing.
First time here?
Yeah, first time here. I was expecting it a little bit more open, a little bit faster, rolling corners. Nah, we only hit fifth twice.
An Alpha driver's first time at Cadwell Park is a special day. Enjoy, I love this car. Dave Barbara enjoying himself. First time here at Cadwell Park. It will be a shock to the system, that one. Hendrick, you happy with that?
8 more of them will be all right.
Managing on those hairpins, okay?
They're tight, let's say that.
First time here, isn't it?
We're a bit more fluid in it, but...
First time here?
Yes. And, yeah, same with the nav, so we're taking a bit steady.
Well, there are plenty of people here to show you the way around, but just enjoy yourself, because Cadwell Park on Easter Sunday, happy Easter, by the way, there's nowhere better to be. Enjoy. Hendrick not quite sure what to make of Cadwell Park. Hendrick Minderman there. Jake, this looks brand new.
It is brand new.
Fresh out of the box?
Fresh out of the box. One rally.
That is beautiful. How was it out there?
I was good. A couple of issues with the car, but hopefully get them sorted.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What issues?
Cutting out on low gears, low RPM.
Fairly significant issues.
I had to do it twice on the bottom hairpin, so...
Well, we'll let you get that sorted, but how nice does that look? Robbie Sanford alongside. Beautiful new Escort, fresh out of the box. Edward Wellham looks like he's been overtaken on the road. You can take your steering wheel off if you like, sir, but I'm not going to be fooled. How was that?
What, you not being fooled?
Yeah.
Good. No. First time here, so we've had a little bit of fun so far. But
fantastic place to go rallying, yeah?
That seems it, yeah. Yeah, we'll tell you at the end of the day if we're still going.
You're at the end of stage 1, the sun's about to come out, so plenty of grip to go.
Yeah, I hope so.
He can't quite hear me, he's just saying whatever. He did well to just talk, didn't he? Battle of the Micras then. Coming up, Oliver Howard, Simon Howard. They were first in class on this rally last year, 30th overall. A top 20 then, and another class result on the books.
Yeah, it's good. It was good. A little bit slippy though in tight areas, but on the whole it was really good.
Not your average 1400 rally car, this is it?
No, there's quite a few bits under the wood, yeah.
But it is perfect for Cadwell Park.
It is very good, yeah, very good for the little tight, little windy bits. A little bit on the sort of longer straights, it struggles a bit, but tighter bits, it's really good.
That's it. That Sounds good to me. Cadwell Park, the tighter bits are amazing. Oliver enjoying himself. Chris, I just said to Oliver, the Micra's a perfect car for Cadwell Park. We haven't quite got the power he has.
Well, to be honest, that was a really good run, cracking, and then the 90 right into the finish, I stuck it on a tyre. So we've lost, I don't know, we lost it at least, I would have thought, a minute or two. It's blown the time there. So, oh well, up and on. We'll keep
But
going.
you're still here and the sun's coming out. And you've got your Easter eggs in the service area, no doubt.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There we go. Chris not enjoying himself particularly. It was all going well until that flying finish. And then it wasn't. And that's how it sometimes goes. Mike, you've got some nice tyre marks down the side of the car. Is that because you were trying today, or was that another rally?
Been a previous one. There might be a little rub on the tyres as we went into the pits, but
it's only very light.
Ah, that's all right then. Yeah.
Shows you were trying. How was
Definitely trying. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Just drying out. It's lovely.
This is another car which is perfect for Cadwell Park. Little Fiesta ST150 is a car that has got many people into rallying with John Goff's rally school. Tony Brumfield in this Corolla today, and you look a bit tense in here.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right. It's only Emma's second rally as a junior and bits and pieces. So yeah, no, it's gone really well. That was a bit tight, very tight round the bottom, and too much arm twirling and bits, and decide whether you handbrake or you don't. But yeah, no, it's good. Normal Cadwell, isn't it?
If in doubt, handbrake.
Well, yeah, you just said that. It's more fun from the passenger seat.
Style points.
Yeah, I know. We'll see.
There you go. Tony Brumfield. Emma alongside, second ever rally as a junior co-driver. Great to see. Stuart, you happy with that?
Yeah, happy with that. We caught our 32nd man, so yeah, happy with that.
And the sun's coming out.
Sun's coming out, can't complain, can you?
Have you got your Easter eggs in the service
Oh
area?
yeah, I've got them in the van.
What Easter egg have you got?
Well, I've got 3 kids, so the kids have all got them all.
What have you got though?
I don't know what they are. The Smarty one.
That'll do, a smarty one. We'll go with that. I thought we could have been there a little while and it would have got fairly awkward, and it's not very good radio, is it? But at least we know now he's got a smarty Easter egg in the service area. Keith, have you got an Easter egg in the service area?
Not today, no. We had a few out there before. We got balked twice. You know, coming up into the complex, people getting handbrakes wrong.
There are a few out there. I like that.
Yeah, but no Easter eggs for them on parade.
Well, your focus is out there on the stage then?
Yeah, it certainly is.
We'll see you later. Keith Anglesey, his Easter egg is waiting at home for him. His focus is on the stage today. How was that?
Fantastic. A lot drier than what we thought. Obviously, there's been quite a few cars gone through, and it's dried out. Bob on. Yeah.
Well, the sun's coming out now, so it's going to be even drier next time out.
Hopefully, yeah, just keep it going.
There we go. I'm jealous of anyone in an ST150 today. That's the perfect car for Cadwell Park. How was that?
Nice. Yeah, good. Really good. Fog's clearing, can see where we're going.
Fog had cleared before you got out there, didn't it?
No, I didn't see that. I could just be faster everywhere.
Yeah. So, favourite part of the circuit?
The tight twiddly stuff at the top here. Brilliant. Love it.
Right in the woodland section and up into the paddock. And do you know what? The spectators love that part of the circuit as well. It's the closest anyone can get to watching rally cars. Oh, morning. Battle of the MX-5s out there.
Yeah, there's a few turned up, isn't there? Interesting to see how we get on. Very interesting.
Checking the times after this stage. How was that for you?
It was okay. There's a few little hiccups in front of us, people stalling and stuff. They're using their handbrakes.
It could always be worse. You could always be the person having a hiccup.
Exactly.
Enjoy. We'll catch up with you later. Quite a few MX-5s out there today. Adam Jones here in the 206, another car which you see a lot of on track days here at Cadwell, and they go well. But the Royal Air Force competition team, how's it going?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Battle of the Armed Forces. You're holding honours up for the Army. You're the only RAF one here today.
Yeah, I've seen the Army here. Yeah,
yes.
Going to try and give them a run for their money, you know.
They're enjoying themselves in that Alpha.
Yeah. Oh right. Okay.
Emma Morrison as well out as a co-driver with Daniel Poole.
Yeah, I've seen quite a lot of you these track days. I've given my all in there, a bit slippy. Slippier than I expected.
I
but
just said though, perfect car for Cadwell this.
Yeah.
Who were your signatures on the glove box?
Got Phil Hall there, Tom and Joe Preston.
Oh, brilliant. So you're co-drivers?
Yeah, these are my co-drivers, yeah.
That's really cool. Thank you. Normally people get famous people to sign their cars He's got his co-drivers to sign him. I like that a lot. Co-drivers are very important. We'll catch up with a few of them today, I promise you. Stuart, happy?
Yeah, not too bad. First ever one, so that was all right.
First time here at Cadwell as well, then?
Yeah, kept coming out first gear, unfortunately, so we had a few issues there, but other than that, all right.
One-handed steering on the twisty bits, what's not to like?
No, exactly.
Enjoy. You want first gear here at Cadwell Park. In fact, you want all your gears here at Cadwell Park. Go again. How was that?
Brilliant. Apart from we've got an issue with his brake, so we need to sort that out. Bit too much back braking. A few slippy areas though. When you come down the hill into the chicane thing, if you go on the right bit, you tend to slide. So
hopefully a bit of rear brake bias will help with those.
You might do, yeah. It feels a bit soft though, so we need to have a look at that. It's not quite right.
Yeah, that's going down a long way. I can hear it.
Yeah, you can feel it. So spongy.
Smell it as well, but enjoy it. You'll let you get that sorted. Quite a lot of gown. You got your arm out on the window. You look nice and chilled. Okay, had a good class result last time here. Yeah. Good fun?
Yeah, loads of grip out there. It's a lot of fun. One of my favourite circuits, so yeah.
Goodness me, you've been using those brakes.
yeah. It's a lot of fun out there, so hope to just keep it up and get a finish.
We'll be watching that class battle unfold, which I am sure it will do. Kate Thompson, podium in class. I was just moving down the line. I wasn't moving out of your way, and you look nice and chilled, like you were looking forward to today when I saw you earlier.
Yeah, we're having a good day. Good day. How bad's the back end of the arch of the car?
It doesn't look like you've hit anything from here, so you're all right?
All right.
There we go. No, absolutely fine. Unless he got it wrong and Ian didn't actually catch the driver's side, he caught the passenger side, which is distinct possibility. Stage 2 action will be on the way for you very shortly. For now, we'll get a bit more reaction from our crews. How was that?
It's good. I'm just learning to use the handbrake again. It's a bit tight out there. Just want to wish my dad a happy birthday, the co-driver. It's 61 today.
Happy birthday, Dad, and happy Easter as well.
Yes, thank you.
Little Easter bunny in the co-driver's seat with you.
Easter eggs and birthday cake sounds like the plan for the rest of the day.
Yeah. And fast rally cars.
Hopefully, we'll try.
Easter eggs, birthday cakes, and rally cars here at Cadwell Park. Maz, you love this place, I know.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's always good. It's nice and dry out there as well, so loads of grip. Fabulous.
Look how sunny it is now.
I know, it's going to brighten up, so yeah, my feet will maybe, I'll feel them soon.
Have you got your Easter egg in the service area?
No. Don't eat chocolate, you know, go watch the figure.
There we go. Rally driver diet for Maz Miller. She's enjoying herself here at Cadwell Park. So that's it for stage 1. We'll take a little wander around the service area here and we'll bring you some features during the day, and we'll have action for you very shortly, as well as a bit of a roundup of the results so far. But for now, stay tuned here at Special Stage for the penultimate round of the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship, the Alan Healy Memorial Rally, because we'll be back with you in just a few minutes' time for action from the second stage of the day. The sun's out and the gloves are off for a big battle out there on the stage with the overall title sewn up, but our freshly crowned champions here looking for another victory here in the Circuit Rally Championship. Cadwell Park on Easter Sunday morning. There's no better place to be. Happy Easter. Have a couple of Easter eggs and we'll see you very shortly. We've got a bit of a break in the action here at Cadwell Park for the Alan Healy Memorial Stages Rally. I thought I'd give you a little bit of Cadwell history. Right here at the old hairpin, you might not know this, but in 1926, when Mansfield Wilkinson bought the Cadwell estate, the Crown bought other parts of the venue, including this bit here. So technically, this little slither of land, which happens to host the old hairpin and Barn Corner, is owned by the King. Now, as far as I know, Prince Charles is not due today to watch the rallying, but you just never know. He can turn up any time he likes and use this bit of stage. But in the past, there have been numerous iterations and plans drawn up to try and pull the circuit in just to get off this little slither of Crown land. But luckily, the farmers who own this or run this bit of land on behalf of the Crown, they know pretty well here at Cadwell Park, and they're a good bunch of people, and they've never had to actually enact those plans. But it is a piece of the circuit, and indeed, when it comes to rallying, a piece of the rally stage here, which holds some real history. Do you remember, and I'm going to get really nerdy here, one of my favourite rally photos ever is on the 1974 Avon Tour of Britain. You've got Roger Clark and Jerry Marshall in a pair of Mark I Escort RS 2000s. You're picturing it, aren't you? They're both sideways and they're coming round a right-hander in those Escorts. Opposite lock, white cars, blue stripes down the side. Yeah, you got it. That's here. That's right here. So the cars were coming down the hairpin here and down into Barn on one of the stages during the Tour of Britain. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So now you are Googling that photo, aren't you? And if you're not, you definitely should. And just zoom in and have a look, and you'll be able to see some of the areas around here in the background at the hairpin. A bit of Cadwell Park history. Also on the Tour of Britain over the years, there was plenty of action. James Hunt came here in his big thumping Camaro. Noel Edmonds retired just round the corner here, just down between Barn and the pit lane. He hit something in his, what was he in? Mark III Cortina, I think, in those days. Someone will no doubt correct me on that now, but Noel Edmonds crashed around the corner. Roger Clark, Jerry Marshall went sideways around here and perhaps staged one of the most famous rally photos that not many people know was taken right here at Cadwell Park. But even bigger than both of those little bits of information is this. In 1979, that's a long time ago, right? If you remember that, you may have even been here. The Mintex Rally held 2 Cadwell Park stages. Now, it was a very snowy year, and I spoke to Mike Broad about this, and he was in with Per Eklund in the TR7 V8. John Davenport, the team manager, was tending to give the crew some information before they got to the various venues, because in those days, rallies like the Mintex were almost like the old RAC. They were all over the country, massive long legs full of stages with big road sections. Now, he got up here, it'd been really snowy, and all of the crews thought that actually Cadwell Park would just be icy, and they were looking forward to seeing a little bit of tarmac between the banks of snow. That wasn't to be. John Davenport managed to somehow get message to the TR7 V8s. I have no idea how, probably CB radio or something like that, because they didn't have mobile phones in those days. And he let them know that actually they were going to need a tyre change because it was really snowy here at Cadwell Park, and a lot of cars weren't even making it out of the stage, even John Davenport's road car. A little bit of illegal wrecking perhaps from the BMC team manager there, but he got word to the TR7 V8s that they would need really skinny little 5-inch snow tyres on, and they fitted them. And Mike Broad, who was co-driving for Per Eklund on that day, described them as being like bike tyres. But just let this sink in today as you're watching this live action from Cadwell Park for the Alan Healy Memorial Rally, the penultimate round of the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. The 2 Cadwell Park stages here in 1979 on the Mintex Rally were won by Stig Blomqvist in the Saab 99 Turbo and Henry Toivonen in the Mark II Escort. Don't those names make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up on end? They do mine. There's a lot of history here at Cadwell Park. It's one of the first places I came to watch rallying. I was 3 years old when I first came here, and I remember watching. Here we go then. We hope you enjoyed that little bit of a history lesson here at the old hairpin at Cadwell Park. I can't come to Cadwell and not give you a little bit of the history that hangs in the air at this place, not only for racing and bike racing as well, you might know it for, but also for rallying. 1979 was a big year, and it was a pleasure to talk to Mike Broad, who was co-driving for Per Eklund in the work TR7 V8 in 79 on the Mintex for 2 very snowy stages here. Toivonen and Blomqvist. What names to have on the stage leaderboard here at Cadwell Park. Right now, the name at the top of the stage leaderboard is is Paul Murrow. Craig Simkis alongside in the Fiesta R5. He said he'd had a good run, didn't he? He said he was having fun chucking that little Fiesta R5 around, and he certainly was. At the moment, leading our newly crowned champion, Michael Igoe. Will Atkins alongside in the Citroen C3 Rally 2. And it's 11 seconds, the gap after the first stage as well. It's not a bad margin, albeit not particularly comfortable. Tony Robinson, Paul Spooner had that little moment in the Skoda Fabia R5, as you saw, with that damage to the driver's side, unusually, having clipped a chicane. It's normally the co-driver's side to explain that. They're in third place at the moment. If you're looking at rallies.info, Simon Makin, John Quintrell in the Saxo kit car are showing as first place. That's because they missed one of the splits, having had a bit of a do out there and thumped the front of the Saxo. So they rushed to get back here to service. They're currently one of the Army teams fixing that car. Hopefully we'll see that back out later, because it is, as you saw earlier, a cracking car to see out there. Alistair Stables, Neil Jones. We spoke to them, didn't we, about how this is a big event for them. It's a chance for them to get some points on the board. Martin Hodgson not here in Class C. They lead the way there at the moment, 4th overall. And you saw James Garner, Jordan Joins throwing that little Darien, that championship-winning Darien from 2019 around the hairpin into the pit lane there, didn't you? That looked absolutely fantastic. I'm watching the footage just after you've seen it on the live stream where we are here in the mobile studio at Cadwell Park. This is the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. It's the penultimate round of the series, but the championship was sewn up last time out with that championship showdown at Donington Park. Ken Sturdy, Tom Hutchings, 5th place overall after that first stage in the Talbot Avenger, the ITX Spectrum yellow and black car, always sideways, always cracking to watch. And you saw Craig McIntosh, David Jackson alongside in the Escort Cosworth just a moment ago as well on your live coverage. They're leading the way in Class B at the moment, a car which, as I mentioned to them, I grew up watching around Cadwell Park, Escort Cosworth around here. Great to see it out, and Craig Pennington bringing some variety and some noise here to the Lincolnshire Wolds as well. It might be sunny, but we've got some thunder courtesy of Craig in that Porsche GT3, just managing, as you saw a moment ago, to gather up the Porsche and just get out of the way of Tony Robinson and Paul Spooner in the Skoda Fabia R5. So leading the way in Class D then, Ken Sturdy, Tom Hutchins. Class E, Paul Sheard, Colin Stevens. Paul's view on things today is that he had to get a march on in stage 1, because that's the place where he can take a bit of time in the class, where it's a little bit slippery and he feels like the playing field is a bit more level. But as I look down, I'm just going to bring you a bit of the class leaderboard at the moment. You can get your own live results at rallies.info if you want to accompany the live coverage. Craig McIntosh, as I say, leading Class B in the Escort Cosworth. Behind him, just 30 seconds behind as well, Sam Gendy in the Mitsubishi Evo, and he was enjoying himself, wasn't he, in there? So Andrew McAlpine not enjoying himself in the Subaru. We're used to seeing him in the historic Mini Cooper S, but it's great to see him out here in that Subaru today. And behind him, the other Subaru, equal on time, is actually Stephen Johansson, Hendrik Minderman in 4th and 5th in Class B at the moment. You saw Stephen Sawley and Ken Sturdy out there on your live coverage. That Avenger of Ken Sturdy's is a cracking piece of kit, and you heard him saying that Tom Hutchins alongside him was giving him some driving tips. Tom used to do that with me when he co-drove for me as well, and he likes grabbing the handbrake, does Tom, so look out for those two getting quicker as the day goes on. They do like their rallying together, and as I said earlier, Tom Hutchins, the 2019 Circuit Rally Champion co-driver alongside Barry Morris in the Darien GTR, which today is being piloted by James Garner, with Jordan Joins alongside that orange Darien, shaped a little bit like a missile, and in weather like today we've got at Cadwell Park, very much Darien weather, should be going like a missile, so I expect to see them moving up the leaderboard. For now though, they're 2nd place in Class C, in 9th overall, just inside our top 10, 25 seconds behind that Chevette of Alistair Stables. Stephen Sawley, you just saw through a few minutes ago on your coverage, is 3rd place in Class C at the moment. Anthony Windle in the first of our TR7 V8s in 4th place, the second of the TR7 V8s. Phil Rowland swapping from his M3 engined E36 BMW into that glorious thumping V8 British muscle car. Struggling a little bit down at the back end of the class with Roger Sparrow on equal times, down in 12th and 13th, 51st and 54th respectively on the overall leaderboards at the moment. But expect to see that TR7 V8 moving further up the class and overall leaderboards as the day goes on and he gets more used to it. At the moment though, Simon Belcher in 5th place in that class. Craig Pennington in the Porsche GT3 in 6th. Time through this stage won't be as good, having to stop to let Tony Robinson through as you see Joe Duffy through in the Lotus Elise. Class D, already mentioned them, Ken Sturdy, Tom Hutchins leading the way. Alex Stubbs in 2nd place at the moment in the 2nd of the Williams Auctions cars. The first, of course, our newly crowned champions, Michael Igoe, Will Atkins. Mike Webb in a podium position at the moment in Class D with Nigel Greensall, Jamie McBain and Chris Grundy making up the top 6. Class E, Simon Makin showing as leading the class in the Citroen Saxo. Indeed, he's not, due to that issue and having to cut the stage short, so those results will just sort themselves out shortly, and you'll see that change around. Paul Sheard leading the class as things stand, and he's currently 3 seconds ahead of Joe Duffy in the Lotus Elise. Will Rutledge in 3rd place, Daniel Poole with last year's championship winning co-driver Emma Morrison alongside in 4th. Class F, Oliver Howard leading the way as we probably expected in that very well sorted kit car spec almost. Nissan Micra. Kay Thompson in 2nd place, that's a strong position after the first stage, 24 seconds back. Ian Barnes behind her. Then it's James Palmer-Smith and Maz Miller making up the top 5 in the 1400 class. So to remind you, we've got our leading cars through the flying finish here. So let's just have a quick look at what we've got after 2 stages. Paul Moreau then still leading the way, but that gap now down to 8 seconds. Back to Michael Igoe, Will Atkins. They'll have to keep an eye on their mirrors. Paul and Craig would love a win here at Cadwell Park today. It has eluded them so far, but they have been getting quicker and quicker in that Fiesta R5, and they would love to get a win chalked up here in the 2023-24 season in the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. It would be a popular victory at that, but Michael Igoe, Will Atkins want to add another maximum score to their tally, and they'll be looking to do that and rid themselves of the demons that have plagued them a little bit here at Cadwell Park on the last 2 outings. This time last year, clattering the stage furniture coming down into the assembly area right in front of the spectators, where the hospitality area and the upper podium is here at Cadwell Park, and taking the rear quarter, suspension, brakes, everything off their Fiesta Rally 2. And then last time out in the North Humberside stages in November, just before we had the fireworks were on the stage for Michael Igoe, Will Atkins, when they had, led the rally and looking like a certain victory. 2 punctures in the very last stage of the day, dropping them right back down the order. Tony Robinson, Paul Spooner in 3rd place in the Skoda Fabia R5. A smoother run from them, no clattering the stage furniture this time. Alistair Stables, Neil Jones in 4th in the Chevette at the moment, leading the 2-wheel drive cars and indeed the Class C competitors. James Garner, Jordan joins through as well in 5th place, 2nd in Class C, and then our Class D leaders behind them at the moment. Just coming into the finish now, but see Sam Gendy and Samantha Bartlett have clattered, you'll have seen that on your coverage, clattered the Marshall post down at the between the club circuit and the Woodland circuit. That's where the old club circuit used to start. So they've come down there in the Evo, lost it under braking into what is the bike chicane normally, going the other way on the circuit. And they've clattered into the Marshall post. I'm trying to see what they've hit. It looked like they'd hit a post and knocked something off, so they would have taken a very big hit in that Evo. It doesn't look like the tyres took all of the impact. So frustration for that pair, and hopefully not too much damage to sort out when they come back into service. We've got a couple of cameras in the stage, as you can see. Phil Bramwell, Jamie Ganley, and Mason's on a bit of a paddock wander as well. We'll hopefully bring you a bit of an update on Sam Gendy and Samantha Bartlett after that incident in this second stage of the day that you just saw. I tell you what, I've never seen him driving that GT86 quite on the door handles like he is today, but he is enjoying himself, isn't he, Nigel Greenstall? Graham Wild alongside. Said he enjoyed that. It's a great place to bring a car like this at Cadwell Park. And the sun's out, which inspires confidence in stages like these. Here's Stuart Ramby. No, it's not Stuart, is it? Yeah, it is Rambo, isn't it? Nice to see him out. Normally partnering Martin Hodgson and Tony Jones in the Riff Raff Mark II Escort. They are here in spirit and supporting in the service area, but a head gasket at a rally in between, the Donington Park one and this one, rendered the car out of action for this penultimate round of the series. Enough scores on the board. They'll be hoping to take the Class C championship, but we will see. Some interesting stories, actually, as we go into this round. Alistair Stables, Michael Bowl were tied on points in second place in Class C, and Bowl withdrew from the entry, so that, as we spoke to Alistair earlier in the Chevette, really does mean it is a day for making hay while the sun shines here at Cadwell Park for Stables in the wide-arched grey Chevette. James Garner, though, just 2 points behind in the former championship-winning Darien. He'll be looking to overhaul Michael Bowl and Alistair Stables if he can get a decent result here today, but at the moment Alistair Stables is holding things just where he needs them. 25 seconds the gap back in the class to the missile-shaped orange Darien GTR. Ken Sturdy, Tom Hutchins not registered for championship points, but on the overall leaderboard at the moment in a pretty impressive 6th place overall. Tom will be happy with that in the Avenger, and they'll be mixing things up, I have no doubt, in that battle between the Chevette and the Darien later today. The Darien, which poetically Tom Hutchins did take the championship in 2019. In Class E, all of the top crews still building up to their 6 meaningful scores. When we say meaningful, we mean basically you drop the scores, you take 6 best ones and you drop the others. So you want as many decent results as you can get. Joe Duffy 9 points ahead of Paul Sheard at the moment. Both are entered. Daniel Poole as well, with Emma Morrison joining in for this round. A 3-way battle for the championship in that one. And at the moment, Michael Igo, Will Atkins, just doing a bit of refueling in service. It's Sam Gendy and Samantha Bartlett that will have the most work to do. We will, as I say, bring you an update on that very shortly if we can. I love the sound of a TR7 V8 round Cadwell Park echoing off the trees here in the Lincolnshire Wolds. Cadwell Park nestling in the middle of an area which is officially known as an area of outstanding natural beauty in the East Lindsey district of Lincolnshire Council. And the circuit is in a little valley all of its own. Anyone who thinks that Lincolnshire is flat, which you often hear, definitely needs to get themselves to Cadwell Park, because that is enough to set those rumours. Roger Priestnall, Jamie Forrest getting it all wrong. They said they were struggling a little bit, didn't they? Roger said he just needs to learn how to drive a car again. He was perhaps trying to prove the point a little bit too much there. Simon Machin in the Citroen now looking very damaged, having to wait while Roger and Jamie got the Suzuki Swift Super 2000 straightened up and back on the stage. That's Citroen Visa GTI. Producer Wayne, you must agree that is a cracking looking rally car, isn't it? Really cool to see something different out. I talk about variety a lot, and it's one thing that I really do love about the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. Michael Boyens and Stuart Gilks seem to be really enjoying themselves in that Citroen Visa. And as I mentioned to you earlier, we will go on a bit of a paddock walk as well between one of the stages, maybe the next one, or something like that. And we'll show you some of the cars in the paddock, because not only have we got this glorious Volvo Amazon that's pulled up near the special stage mobile studio, actually. There's quite a few interesting looking cars in service now. Speaking to Simon West, the assistant circuit manager here at Cadwell Park, and indeed the duty manager of today's Alan Healy Memorial Rally, he was telling me this is one of the busiest rallies for spectators they've had for some time. The weather being kind on the build-up, and the forecast looking perfect for a spot of spectating here at the Lincolnshire Wolds. And yeah, Simon saying they were looking forward to welcoming a record number of spectators for some time through the gates. Certainly there was a massive queue at that point when I popped into the circuit office and looked on the CCTV cameras at the main gate. Will Rutledge and Alec Rutledge in the Nova were having a good day earlier, and that Nova just looks right, doesn't it? There's Phil Rowlands, Philip Woodcock alongside. Very surprised that Border Motor Club Dennis Sanford Casey hasn't roped him into some duties out there on the stages today. Blair, Dennis and the rest of the team working extremely hard on the build-up to this rally. And Philip, a member of the very hard-working organising team. Peter Taylor, Charlotte Wainwright had a few issues, didn't they? But it's the Honda Civic of Joshua Wallace, Kim Wallace alongside. They came 9th in class last time out at the North Humberside stages here. But they have had, no they didn't, that was at the Alan Healy actually. No it wasn't, it was at the North Humberside last year. They are having a bit of a do today, taking off a front corner of that Honda and just discarding it as they went through the There was a sight to behold on the stage, wasn't there? Sorry for the radio silence, just making a few plans for later in today's coverage. Happy Easter, by the way. We hope you're enjoying your Easter eggs. There's an Alpha 75 battling with a... Alpha 33 battling with a Citroen Visa out there on the stage here at Cadwell Park. Not something that I am that used to saying, but something that hopefully is giving you plenty of entertainment. Watching at home today, Dave Barber, Christian Davies in the Alfa Romeo 33. That's the Subaru engined Alfa Romeo. Just having a bit of a tussle out there on the stage with that Citroen Visa. So we're going to be live for the first 3 stages of the day. We'll bring you action as well as a bit of reaction and some a wander around the paddock as well, and we'll speak to a few of our crews. I want to catch up with John Indry actually. He's always good entertainment value, and he's running Sam Gendy and Samantha Bartlett. They'll be pretty busy at the moment. We'll try and get you a little clip of them working on that car in the service area on the screen very shortly. But the Army team are now back out in force. Machin making his way back in that Citroen Saxo and looking like it's ready to go again. Craig Pennington in the Porsche pulled into the service area. The car went up onto the stands and it was just literally a quick check around it, kick the tyres, quick wipe off, and it's ready to go again. So great fun today at Cadwell Park, and no drama to speak of either. At least not the sort of drama that he would have been looking to avoid here today. If you're just tuning in, this is the second stage of the Alan Healy Memorial Rally. It is the penultimate round of the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. It's an event organised by Borden Motor Club. It's the second of the 2 Cadwell Park rounds featuring in the championship. The first rally and the first event of the season as well, opening a very busy season for the Cadwell Park circuit staff. If you like your circuit rallying here, I guarantee you'll enjoy your racing here as well. It's a fantastic place to watch motorsport. Mike Webb, Steve Noble have been going well in that Fiesta, scraping a bit of paint off through the first stage, just catching a chicane, didn't they? I think that's what they said. But didn't detract from their day out there. Stuart Baines, Suzanne Baines enjoying themselves, as well as Tony Brumfield. Emma Brumfield, second ever rally for her junior co-driver alongside in that Corolla. One of the things that I love about Cadwell is the history here at the circuit, and especially when it comes to rallying. And we brought you some of that a little earlier with the look back to the 1974 Tour of Britain and also the 1979 Mintex. Names like Roger Clark, Jerry Marshall, Henry Toivonen, Stig Blomqvist, Per Eklund. And very shortly I'll head to the mountain area, to the section of stage that used to be used here between the paddock area of Cadwell and the Mansfield Bank, which used to feature a jump up on gravel through the trees. It was very spectacular indeed. Just a little bit of a flavour of what this venue has meant over the years to the sport. Certainly one of the first places I went to watch rallying. As I leave you with a bit of action on the stage and head out to do a bit of a wander around the paddock. So we will we'll get a camera out and we'll have a look at what we can find. We're going to start with a Volvo Amazon road rally car, which is not competing in today's rally, but will give you a very different perspective on things, and it happens to be parked just next to our special stage mobile studio. So you won't be expecting this, but I will have a very quick word with the owner. Unfortunately for you, sir, you parked right next to our special stage mobile studio, so you need to tell me about this glorious... Is it not yours? Is that gentleman there? Right, okay, we'll wander down. This man here we go. Is it Stephen?
No.
No?
No.
You've just got the wrong name on the wing.
Well, that's my name under there. Stephen's a friend and he doesn't live in this country, so...
Okay. Is it his car?
Yes.
Tell us about the car, because this is a fantastic thing to see here at a rally at Cadwell Park.
Well, it's what it is, a Volvo Amazon. People generally don't recognise it. It's got no name on it, so you get a lot of different thinkers.
Rally fans would recognise Volvo Amazons. They've been quite prolific in the historic championship over the years.
Yeah, it was prepared by a chap in Wales who's done some rallies with it. We've come today to find... We've done road rallies. If I show you here...
Show me. I love the golf colour scheme as well. Fuel tank in the boot, proper Cat 1 historic car. A Volvo Amazon. You don't see many of them competing in the British Historic Rally Championship anymore, but we absolutely should do.
Rally in Spain in it last year. It's a 4-day event as a road rally. The chap who owns the car, I look after his cars in Britain, and I drive as well. So for my looking after the cars and keeping them in my garages, I get to drive it.
Fantastic. Thank you for bringing it out to show us. It's a glorious bit of kit. And as you can see, that is the perfect car to come watching a rally at Cadwell Park in. It's a road rally spec, historic Volvo Amazon in golf colour scheme. It looks brilliant. Little another nod to historic rallying behind us there. Our little Clan Crusader, which we brought for a day out here at Cadwell Park. He's been to Cadwell Park for a day out many a time before now. If you go to rallies.info, you will be able to keep up to date with the latest results. Paul Moreau currently leading the way, 8 seconds ahead of our newly crowned circuit rally champions, Michael Igoe, Will Atkins, Paul and Craig Simkis having a fantastic first stage and seemingly a very good second stage as well, although that C3 Rally 2 is looming large in the mirrors, just trying to hound down that Fiesta R5. Just having a wander through the service area here at Cadwell Park. We saw today it's a fairly compact entry for the Alan Healy Memorial Rally. It is Easter Sunday, And we are right in the middle of a clutch of really busy rallies, and indeed the championship was sewn up at the last round, so that would explain perhaps why the entry is a little smaller than we have come to expect. But I was hoping I would catch Tom Hutchings, our 2019 Circuit Rally Champion co-driver, but Tom not currently around. He and Ken, I think, possibly grabbing something to eat, are they, Neil? They've gone for a wander in this IT at Spectrum Avenger. Haven't had a look under the bonnet in here for some time, but that is some bit of kit. Loves driving that car sideways, does Ken, and we will see plenty of that today, I can promise you. We'll wander down and have a word with Sam Gandy and Samantha Bartlett if we can, and we'll also grab John Indry while we're there, who is running them, and a name who many of you will be familiar with, not necessarily from the Circuit Rally Championship. John Cope just grabbing a bite to eat with the Michelin Tyres crew here in the service area. Amazing who you meet when you're wandering around at Cadwell Park. In fact, let's have a quick word with our rally leaders as we one past. Well, that's gone pretty well for you, Craig.
Yeah, unexpected to be fair. We've seen Michael Igo had an off down there, I don't know what happened, but Paul seen him, I said just watch what you're doing, no one else. And then, yeah, we thought it took a lot more time off us on that one, but we only took 3 seconds, so.
8 seconds now your lead going into the third stage. What's your plan now?
Just keep going as we're going, really. He's on the chasing foot, so.
You're going to push?
Yeah, we're trying to push, yeah. We're just trying to change tyres because it started going off halfway around. It's just warming up, innit, really. So we just keep going as we are, let Igo do the chase foot. It's nice to be on the leading foot for a change.
It'd be nice for you guys to get your first victory, wouldn't it? It's sort of eluded you so far.
Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, we've had thirds, is it? Third every round. Got one better, 2 better. We'll go for it.
Craig Simkis, who's in with Paul Murrow, currently leading the rally here by 8 seconds. Who says we never talk to co-drivers? There's another co-driver who's looking nice and relaxed, our 2019 Circuit Rally Champion co-driver. Where have you been?
Just been for a bit of a look at what the changes are going to be for the next loop. There's a little, probably the only piece of road I haven't been down on this venue before, so just had a bit of a look at it.
Down front of the grandstands, is it?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's where Michael Igo had his big off. Sorry, this is Tom Hutchings, ladies and gentlemen. That's where Michael Igo had his big off and damaged the car on the Alan Healy rally last year.
Yeah. It's tricky. It looks like it goes through a gate, and then you're going back through a gate as well, so you've got no room to sort of pivot the car on the inside of the hairpin. You've just got to go into the open space and nip it round there, then make your exit.
I don't want you to nip it round. You've got that big power Avenger. I want you and Ken to be absolutely drifting it round in there.
Well, we've got to try and look after our tyres, haven't we? Because he had a big drift on the last stage and he got a little bit of a telling off. So
6th overall though after the 2 stages, pretty good.
Pleased, yeah. Looked after the first one, but haven't looked at our time after the second stage, to be honest, yet. But no, pleased with that. Really pleased with that, yeah.
And you're obviously chasing your championship-winning car, the Darien, just ahead of you as well.
Is he just in front of us, James? Yeah, he goes really well in that car, James. He's really got to grips with it now. Yeah. It'd be good to have a battle with it.
Long time it seems. I suppose it is, isn't it, since you and Barry were in that car? But you guys were like rockets that year. There was no catching you.
No, we went well. Yeah, we had a lot of good results, and he was really consistent as well. Podiums, especially like the second half of the season. I don't think we were off the podium. Obviously managed to get a win in there as well. And this event last year, that was the last one we did together. We managed to win that, so yeah, quite pleased really.
Yeah. Well, you could be on for a good result today in that Avenger. Well, I'll try and catch up with you later, and we'll nerd out about rally cars. Watch out for Tom grabbing the handbrake in the IT at Spectrum Avenger later. He does like to do that. Have a quick word with the Nova boys. Well, how's that gone?
I need to calm down a bit. The first stage, brilliant. Second stage, I'm getting a bit... I swung it at the bottom of the hill. I swung it in too much speed, grabbed the handbrake, slung it round and belted it into the... Luckily, there's a post and I put some tyres in front of it. And it's just, it's marked the paint up a bit. So, Lado's trying to calm me down a bit. I'm getting a bit carried away. But yeah, I know.
That's good. 2 stages in, having to calm down. That means we've got some entertainment lined up for us later in the day. Will does like pedalling that Nova round here at Cadwell Park, and I've said before, but it's the perfect car for driving here at Cadwell. Just wandering down here, we've got our newly crowned champions Michael Igo, Will Atkins just chilling out alongside their C3 Rally 2. Craig McIntosh in the Escort Cosworth here as well. We'll grab a word. No, don't point it in. We'll grab a word with you, Will. Okay. So you're fresh out of the asphalt of the closed public roads. Yeah. That was a good round.
Yeah, tricky conditions last weekend, to be fair. A lot of learning. Just the cuts were just, yeah.
You said that to me in Garstang on Friday night. This is Northwest Stages we're talking about. They were just taking like full four-wheel cuts some places.
The problem is you lose the faith in what you're going to come across then. So it's just a big learning curve for us really. But no, we are happy with 6th overall and 3rd pro tyre. So yeah, it's all good really.
So freshly crowned as the Circuit Rally champions today. Just a day out for you, or do you want to add another? Are you really gunning for another maximum score? What's he thinking?
We'll try, but it's more about learning for Michael really. He's still in the grand scheme of rally, and he's still a novice at it. So yeah, a bit of learn the car still. There's plenty more speed to be had, so we'll just keep learning for now.
I suppose as a competitor who has been a professional racing driver, he has this mindset of the more seat time and the more development, the better. So it's not a case of championships won and we go home, is it?
No, definitely not. And to be fair, it's a 9-round championship. It's good to support it, isn't it? At the end of the day, you know, they want your entry on round 1. You should have your entry on round 9 as well. So, yeah.
Wise words from our champion co-driver Will Atkins. He's run off, hasn't he? I knew he'd do that. Is he? Okay. Well, we're going to wander around that way. We're going to speak to Craig first with the Escort Cosworth. Can't resist an Escort Cosworth, particularly here at Cadwell Park. This is a glorious bit of kit. Are you enjoying yourself in there today?
Enjoying it immensely, yeah. Fabulous fun.
Tell me about the car, because last time I saw this was on the track rod.
Yes, we had a bit of a disaster on the track rod, where we went into a fast right and the front wheel dug into the ruts and just ripped the front wheel off, basically. So that was the end of that. So I went out again on the Moulton, and we had a bit of a disaster on the Moulton as well, where we just slid off and couldn't get it out. So I went, lost time on that.
It's a cracking looking car. Did it start life as an Escort Cosworth rally car? It started life as a rally car?
It was built as a Group A tarmac car down in Devon, and Tosh bought it 20 years ago. It's nice, yes it is.
Staring ahead at a big fuse box on an Escort Cosworth. Bit of a ride for you around these stages.
Yes, it is, it's great fun.
Yep.
We tried some MRF tyres, which are over there, which they went off very, very quickly, too soft. So we're trying on something different, see if we can stick a bit close to the apexes.
There's a certain other Escort Cosworth that runs MRF tyres, of course, in the BCRDA series.
Yes, I was thinking it might look quite nice with a blue MRF Escort Cosworth next to a red MRF sponsored Cosworth.
Thank you for chatting to us. I love to see that out. So we're continuing our walk around as we come to the end of the action in the second stage of the day here at the Alan Healy Memorial Rally. Just me on screen for you, unfortunately, for the next few minutes before we get action back underway. You can see here, and John Indry is not going to thank me for this. It's not his most flattering position.
Only glasses on the arm. What are you talking about? Yeah.
What happened, Sam? What happened?
Well, it got to stage 1.5 again, didn't it? Yeah. Cadwell is definitely my bogey circuit. We're going into a chicane and just carried a bit too much speed through really and hit a marshal's post.
The good news is you did it right in front of our cameras, so you had your moment.
Oh shit! Good, boost your viewers, wouldn't it? Yeah, there we go.
But not too much damage. It looked worse than it actually seems to have been.
It felt worse than it was as well. To be fair, I mean, got a crack in the thump guard, bit of damage to the intercooler, but it's only damage, not knackered.
You know that chicane was put in to slow the bikes down, not to slow the rally cars down.
Never mind, eh?
Sam Gendy. Samantha, wasn't expecting that, were you? Was it your side? No, it was his side. It was your side.
My side, of course, it was my side.
Always the co-driver's side.
Yeah, indeed it was. So yeah, that was interesting. But we got going again. So you know.
Co-driver's
John Indry. When are we going to see you out in his 6R4?
I want to know. Yeah, I have got 6R4 for sale if anyone wants one. It's lovely. Jasper offered me half the value of it, but he can, you know what. But I don't know.
Mark Jasper, he likes the 6R4, doesn't he?
He loves the 6R4, that boy. That is my old 6R4. That black one was a lovely yellow one at one point until that.
Cam Auto. People will remember surely that.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it's a good plug for Cam. Yeah, well, what's Rally Car Day? That's a thing that we can go out to, isn't it? Basically, so.
Historic Rally Festival.
Where's that?
That's somewhere near Western Park. I'm not sure where it'll be this year.
That's what I need to do, but we've been getting rid of the winter, but look, the sun's out now, so that's the time.
Do you get itches when you see James Garner in that Darien?
Yeah, not this morning when he was sliding between the things. I thought, there we go, you can't make a Darien work, but...
This is the busiest I've ever seen John Indry. Look, he's actually doing some work. Rich will absolutely love that when he watches it back. So John Indry running Sam Gendy and Samantha Bartlett here today. We haven't got any cars there, so we're going to go up in the paddock. Apologies. And you can see, actually, it's busy around here. There's quite a few spectators. It's in between stages, so the perfect chance for people to have a wander around and just get a feel for the venue and for the cars. I spy Roger Priestnell, Jamie Forrest and that Super 2000 Swift. How good to see them back out. The last time I saw Roger Priestnell, that would have been in the Bronze Star in the BTRDA Rally Championship, where he used to go ever so well in the 1400 Proton Satria, the former Works kit car, which had been converted to a screaming 1400 kit car spec. But this is a sight to behold, and it's really good to have these guys back in a car. Jamie, talk to me. So good to see you guys back together in a rally car. This is some bit of kit. You were struggling a bit on that last one and the tighter bits.
Just on the hairpins, just what handbrake round. I don't know if it's just Pirelli's too sticky.
He won't or it won't. Careful.
A bit of both, but yeah, it's just. But some of them you just got to drive around. But we just had to stop a couple of times and reverse back. But other than that, we're having a giggle, and that's what it's about.
What's the plan?
Just setup changes. We're just hardening it up now, and
that's the short-term plan. What's the long-term plan? Roger.
To that man there.
Come here. What's the plan?
When the driver can learn how to drive again, we'll be fine, I think. Then we'll make a decision then.
Okay.
That's it.
Expect to see a full campaign in the Circuit Championship? Are you looking at closed roads? Are you looking at forests?
I think we'd like to do closed roads, I think. But this is a bit of a social occasion, isn't it? Everybody catches up with everybody and it's good fun and all the rest of it. But basically, yeah, just nail the car and we're just all over the place with everything. So you can go to track days and this, that, and it's never the same of actually doing a rally. So.
Tell us about the car. Is it a former Super 1600 car?
No, it isn't. It's totally built from nothing. We just want to go somewhere wide track, sequential box, and a cost-effective engine. That's why it's got a Honda engine in it.
Yep.
So we'll see.
We're used to seeing you in that Proton, or viewers will used to be. Have you still got it? I was going to ask.
Yeah, it's still at home. It's all tucked up in bed.
That's a works car, isn't it?
Yes, that's a works car, and we will be out in it at some point, but it just deserves a bit of an easier life these days, that car.
I don't know, the 1400s and the BTRDA is calling.
Yeah, screaming.
Circuit Championship in this, 1400s and the BTRDA in the Proton.
Well, who knows?
Great to see the Rolex name back on the side of a car and to see Roger Priestnell and Jamie Forrest back together again, albeit in a very different car to what we saw them in the first time. We'll continue our wander around. Nigel's been going well today. You said you were enjoying yourself through that first stage, Nigel, but in the second stage there, you were chucking this thing around.
Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, just really getting into the swing of it. And it's great, this thing, because it's just rock solid. So you just drive the wheels off, you just drive it flat out. Yeah. You know, it's what rally's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much production spec, isn't it? I don't know if the camera can have a quick look inside. You can see you've still got the airbag, although the airbag would have been removed, still got the airbag on the middle of the steering wheel there. And it's just a great little car, isn't it? Perfect for this sort of circuit.
Well, it's up to 95,000 miles now. So we bought it, I was just saying to Will, we bought it 11 years ago, and I used it for track tuition originally. Yeah, got it sort of fairly high mileage. It's turned into a rally car, go and have some fun. And that's what we're doing, you know, it's just, yeah, flat
It's
out.
the perfect way to get yourself into rallying, isn't this? Go from track days into circuit rallying.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, yeah, you know, touch wood, nothing goes wrong with it. So, yeah.
Nigel enjoying himself in his GT86 at Cadwell Park and really getting to grips with that car as well. We're just awaiting the start of the third stage of the day. Stage 3 and 4, which will be a bit less distance, 3.8 miles, the next couple of stages. So the hard-working setup crew just working their way around the stage, getting things set up. Kay, things going well for you so far? Second in class after 2 stages?
I wasn't aware of that, but yeah, we're enjoying it a lot. Just to enjoy and get a finish today, but there's loads of grip and it's a lot of fun out there. So as we want.
It always amazes me, rally drivers are sort of sat there chilling out on the tyres. You don't even check to the times.
No, I don't. I look at them all afterwards, but during the day I don't look at them at all. I just enjoy it and get a finish and then see where I am after.
Well, I'm sorry to throw that in there and add some fire for you, but that's good. Second in class so far.
Definitely good to know, yeah. Definitely where we want to be, and yeah, we'll hopefully carry on that way. Yeah.
What's your plan longer term? Are you sticking with the micro?
Oh yeah. The Micra's here to stay. I mean, it's done since my brother was 14 and he's now 28, 29, something like that. So it's here to stay now, and it's going to carry on with us hopefully.
Good stuff. Kay Thompson second in the 1400 class at the moment, goes well here in the championship. Does a very good job in that micro, and as you heard, the micro is here to stay. Talking to people in the 1400 class, it was good to see Roger Priestnell and Jamie Forrest out, but I have to laugh. He's one of the most down-to-earth rally drivers, isn't he? Sorry, you can stay, and that's fine. I could interview you. Hey, look at this. You've been really trying today. You've got some paint marks on the side of the car, Joseph.
Yes. It might have been old. I don't know if that's from today or not.
Let's have a quick look.
Is it fresh?
It feels fresh to me. I'm no expert in these things, but it feels fresh. It feels like there's definitely fresh rubber on there.
Good. Yeah, we've been pushing. Time's looking good. So, long way to go though.
Yeah, you bring a load to Lease out rallying. There are certain days when you're going to wonder what on earth you did, but today is probably one of those days where you think, yeah, this is why we did that.
Exactly that. We like this time of year. The snow at Donington, not so much. No. Although we went all right there. But yeah, all good. Loving the little car.
The first round of the series at Alton Park was very rough, wasn't it, for this? You're bouncing around. Did you struggled a little bit at the beginning of that on the rough bits?
We did a lot, yeah. On the rough bits we were bottoming out, and on the skid pan it wasn't the best. And we normally struggle at the beginning of the day when it's cold and slippery and everything else. But we've had a strong start today, so onwards and upwards.
Keep it going, and more fresh tyre marks, but don't go any harder than that.
I'll try my best.
Joe Duffy, I'll let you get back to whatever you guys were doing. The service crew were busy getting him strapped in. There's not a lot of room in there, so you need a bit of hand to get your belts on inside one of those, I have no doubt. Have a quick word with Joshua because right, we saw you discard your bodywork in the chicane, but we didn't see what happened.
Oh, just clipped a tyre on the coming out of the pit, the pit lane backwards, whatever it's called. Entering the track again, yeah. But we found the bumper though. The marshals looked after it for us, so right. Yeah, we can't come. It'll be back out. No messing.
You kind of handily flicked it off as you came through the bike chicane, which looked quite funny. It's like, I'm not having that hanging off.
Yeah, just flick it to one side. Now it's safe, but yeah, it's just couldn't do it without any of these guys. That's the thing, really. Yeah.
Keep enjoying yourself, because despite that incident, you've still got a big grin on your face, which is what we like to see.
Yeah, no, it's been brilliant. We're loving it.
Co-driver okay as well. Yeah, big grin there as well, Kelly. Yeah. There we go. That's how we do it. Bounce it off the tyres, fit the bumper back on, bit of gaffer tape, and keep smiling. That is the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship all over. The Darien of James Garner was here. That has now gone out to the stage, so hopefully you will be seeing some action very shortly. Perhaps if somebody in our mobile studio can let me know what time we're looking at for the stage, I will update everyone watching at home. So Andrew McAlpine was having a bit of a struggle earlier. Is he in the car? He's in the car. We'll grab him very quickly, a little bit less stress if we grab you in the service area. You were struggling to get to grips with that earlier on, but the second one looked better for you, Andrew.
Oh, vastly better, vastly better. I think once one can remember what the recipe is for this car.
Yeah, it's a very different recipe to what you're used to.
Well, absolutely. I was out on the Generations Rally last weekend with a Range Rover, so, there is a...
Where did that take place?
Sorry?
Where did that take place?
Oh, that was all over North Wales.
Fantastic.
Rally the Globe. So, yeah, fathers and sons and what have you. Good fun.
Have you seen the Volvo Amazon that's turned up to spectate, just at the top?
No, haven't seen that.
That's right up your street, isn't
right,
it?
Okay.
Have a look out for that. We'll look forward to seeing you back out there on the stage. So the course car, safety cars just currently going around the stage, just getting things cleared for action. Sir Andrew McAlpine in that Dan Sport Run Subaru. They've run some cars with some great success, haven't they? Doing a great job of that. The Amigo sponsored Stratos, of course. Just look at the diffuser under the back of that Group N Subaru. That is definitely Group N Plus, isn't it? Interesting. We'll continue our wander then. So I'm making Mason walk the long way around all these cars as we wander around the paddock here. We thought rather than just downing tools in between stages, we'd have a bit of a wander and give you a bit more of a flavour of the event. I hope that's okay. You can go and have a bit of Easter egg and grab yourself a drink while you wait if you prefer, or you can leave us on as you can leave us on. Michael Rust is a man who we used to see very regularly out here. You may remember seeing the Fiat Punto, the later model blue Punto out every single year. You retired a couple of years ago. It's a bit more than that now, isn't it?
No, just 2 years ago, after about 40 years.
And I can see how much you miss it.
I do, yeah.
But you're always here.
I get frustrated every time. Yeah, I'll miss it, I'll miss it, yeah.
Can we see you back in a rally car at some point?
Well, I doubt it. I've gone to motorbike trikes now instead. Yeah. I got myself a Can-Am Riker, so I ought to grow up, really.
You've gone the wrong way.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But I do miss it, and especially Cadwell. I used to like Cadwell.
Yeah, this is around we always saw you competing on. Good to see you out in the service area. It's always nice to see people who we've seen in action over the years coming out to support the events and have a bit of fun as well. Another local man who's used to fight with Michael, actually, in the class. Ian, we'll get you out of the car looking nice and chilled.
Yeah,
you just look like you're having a great day.
Having a good day out. Yeah, it's a good day out. 8 stages round the back. Yeah. Good day out.
Fast as well, aren't they, out there?
Oh, yeah, very fast. Uncompetitive K, yeah? Nah, not good. Nah.
Competitive, are they?
No, it's good. It's all good.
It's a wheel in each corner. It's why Poddy Hopkirk won the Monte Carlo, having a wheel in each corner.
That's where we're going wrong. We're on 3, not 4.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, you stick it on 4 wheels, you might get a bit more grip, guys. So as you can see, competitors now, a lot of the MX-5s were based around here. Peter Taylor, Charlotte Wainwright were just along from here, so they've gone out to the stage. So the car's queuing up now, ready to enter the stage. The stage start exactly where it was for the first 2 for stages 3 and 4. Sponsored by Zidane Motorsport and Rich Toy, these 2 stages. Coming up, we've got a stage sponsored by Rallying His Life. Actually, Dan Elmore, who is our kit sponsor here at Special Stage this year, and I'm gutted that Dan's not here. He was going to bring his Autoplast Metro 6R4 out to play here, which is always a sight to behold, but unfortunately he's been ill for the last 48 hours, so has got it MOT, got it all prepped, ready to drive on the road from Lincoln, where he lives, to here at Cadwell Park to enjoy his local rally, where he is a stage sponsor and hasn't managed to get out, so I'm gutted for him. Heard that news this morning. I'm just going to wander down here before the stage starts and just show you the atmosphere. It's one of my favourite places to bring you when we do a circuit rally at Cadwell Park, because down here in the assembly area, where there's a nice new hospitality building, it looks like a giant shed, but it's a lot more elaborate than that. I have it on good authority from Simon West, the assistant circuit manager here at Cadwell Park. A lot of investment going in, as always, into this MSV circuit. Beautiful place and always well kept. And if you just look down here, we'll wander down the side of the... If you spin around there, you can see it's a great place to watch at Cadwell Park. If you do plan on coming out this afternoon to watch some of the stages here, this is a great place. Spectators gathering ready for the start of the 3rd stage. And then down here, I mentioned it earlier on the live coverage, but the spectator area just here at the edge of the assembly area is the perfect place to watch rally cars, because you can get closer than anywhere else to a rally car in action here at Cadwell Park. And, if you just look through the spectators here, I'll very quickly interview one of them, who's my little boy Cole. You okay?
Yes, thank you.
How long have you been here?
We just got here.
Haven't seen any rally cars yet?
No.
You've got prime position. Woodford Junior, ready to watch some rally cars with Grandma and Grandad. That's nice. Cadwell Park, a real family venue for me, as with many people watching here. If you can't make it to the circuit today, we'll bring you all of the action through the day, apart from the 3 stages in the middle of part of the day. And we'll bring you the last 3 stages this afternoon as well. 9 stages making up the 43 stage miles on today's Alan Healy Memorial Stages Rally. It is the penultimate round of the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. And if you just look through here and just pan around and look at the spectators, this is the view that you get with the cars coming into the assembly area. Tom Hutchings, talking to him in with Ken Sturdy, who's got the first of the cars on the stage actually, was talking about this bit as you come down into the assembly area. So the cars are coming up and then they're kind of having to go up out. So we'll just watch now. First couple of cars into the stage. 3.8 miles. This 3rd stage of the day, a bit shorter than the layout on the first 2 stages. Paul Moreau, Craig Simkis leading the way by 8 seconds from our newly crowned Circuit Rally champions. And as you can see, we have cars on the stage here. The Alan Healy Memorial Rally is back underway. Michael Igoe, Will Atkins make their way over the top of the mountain. And then they come down. That is where he clipped the stage furniture last year, and he came in there with some real anger, wanting to make sure he didn't do the same thing this time a year on. Different car and no bodywork damage to repair for Michael Igoe and Will Atkins. So they're coming over the mountain. They've got to then, it's a unbreaking downhill. The balance of the car's all wrong. You've got to get it up to the right-hand side, and you've got a hairpin right in front of the grandstand. It's a funny old bit of stage, that. And you come down here, it's very green, actually literally green. Paul Moreau, Craig Simkis, our rally leaders, 8 seconds ahead. You can just see how much our rally leaders are wanting this today, really chucking it around in probably the tightest part of the stage and one of the tightest places they will watch rallying all season. Tony Robinson, Paul Spooner, first stall. It's tough coming in there. You've got to grab the handbrake. You've got to keep the power on these big power R5 cars. They don't like to be down low in the revs. So you've somehow, having not used the clutch for the whole of the stage, got to get your foot hovering over the clutch ready. Not managing that. Just got it fired back up. The marshals were there and ready. They weren't needed, thankfully. Tony Robinson, Paul Spooner came into this third. And there is fourth place, Alistair Sables. Oh, Neil Jones alongside, no handbrake for them in that Chevette. Just nice, neat and tidy. Keeping the car out of the scenery. If you're watching the coverage live, you will see that we've got the second part of the stage just after where we're watching from here in the assembly area. You've basically got the same view as, there you go, James Garner, Jordan Joins in that ex-Barry Morris Darien GTR, showing why that Darien is such a handful and why it is so fast. Michael Igoe, Will Atkins, neat and tidy around there, but still very entertaining for the spectators. That is a section of stage that caused a lot of trouble for Igoe last season in the first year of him competing in the Circuit Rally Champion. Here he returns as the freshly crowned champion. Craig McIntosh, David Jackson. Oh, it's a 3-point turn for the Escort Cosworth. Frustration, but nevertheless a great sight with that Mobile One livery on the back of that Escort World Rally Car spoiler, hunted down by current WRC technology in that Fiesta Alpha, or recent, should we say recent generation WRC technology in the rally leading Fiesta R5 of Paul Moreau and Craig Simkis. Craig Pennington. Oh, that's a big old car to hustle around there, and believe you and me, it looks tight from here. Wow, will it look tight inside that Porsche, just trying to keep it out of the scenery. James Edwards, Andrew Scott showing us fourth place overall at the minute. I'm not sure that's the case. We've still got Simon Machin in there as well at rallies.info showing, so I think Simon and James are both errant time. So Paul Moreau, Craig Simkis, Michael Igoe, Will Atkins, Tony Robinson, Paul Spooner, Alistair Stables, Neil Jones and James Garner, Jordan Joins. 3 four-wheel drive cars, 2 two-wheel drive cars in the top 5 at this stage. There's the man who stalled it the first time through, managed to keep the clutch down, keep the engine running on the Skoda, nicely handbraked around. Alistair Stables, though, opting for a bit more of a sedate approach, but making sure that he at least makes it through. Jamie McBain, another of our 3-point turn challengers. Not the ideal way, particularly when you can't select reverse in that wide-arched 205 GTI. The Marshall's poised, because that is a place you really don't want to be catching another car. James Garner, Jordan Joins. That was absolutely brilliant from them. They had to come round and watch for that Peugeot 205 and get themselves round. Ken Sturdy, Tom Hutchins doing exactly the same thing. That stage made it ever so tight with that Peugeot in the way, but both cars managing to go very sideways and yet slip through that gap and get themselves back into the stage without any issues. And Jamie McBain now has got that 205, fired back up, found reverse, and now back into the stage. That was a nice bit of action, I'm sure you will agree, watching down here in the assembly area. You join a lot of spectators. This, the circuit staff were telling me, is one of the busiest rallies of the year for them on pre-sold tickets. Chris Grundy, Steve Grundy in the Escort RS 2000, almost having to do a three-point turn. And there we go again, Craig McIntosh, David Jackson, another three-point turn. You think they'd have figured that one out the second time around, but perhaps discretion, the better part of valor. And if you're not used to using a handbrake, which many of these guys aren't, you just give it large and send it. Joe and Daniel Duffy doing just that, as is Craig Pennington in that Porsche GT3. Last time Craig was here at Cadwell Park 6 years ago will have been in his similarly yellow and red liveried Proto VW Polo WRC, as he called it. Nicely done there from Stephen Sawley, and the same for Paul Sheard. This is tighter than it looks. You guys are watching this from our camera location, which is just down near the brand new hospitality building in the assembly area here at Cadwell Park, but it's really tight down here. And as I mentioned earlier, if you're just tuning in, this is the part of the stage that caught Michael Igoe and Will Atkins out on this rally last year when they came down, and just on the right hand side where it's green on the tarmac, this is just an access road from the grandstand. It's never used competitively, it's barely used at all, to be honest. It's used for track day traffic, which is returning to the assembly area and not to the paddock. If you've had a telling off on a track day, you'll get sent this way from the circuit. If you're used to driving this way, then you're clearly a very troublesome track day participant. But that's the only time it ever gets used, so it's very green. But that's where Michael Igoe got it wide and clipped the gate post that you see is got big lorry tyres on it. I really feel for Ken Sturdy and Tom Hutchins, because the bit that Tom mentioned to us, you saw Nigel Brain and Martin Corbett in the MX-5 just ahead of them. Caught a car for the second time. That is the bit that Tom said he'd been down to have a check out, because they've never actually done that section of stage. He's done most of the sections of stage here at Cadwell Park, Tom, on his way to the championship in 2019, but that bit's all new to him, and he knew, having known this venue very well, just how tight it would be. Alex Stubbs, Rhys Edwards, who came 5th in class, just outside the top 20 overall last time here at the North Humberside Motor Club stages in November, going ever so well around there. And that's better from Chris Grundy, Steve Grundy. It's easy to watch this and think, why aren't people handbraking around that section of the stage? But actually, how often do you handbrake? And not a lot of these guys will come out and do club rallies, but they don't have a lot of time to test in between, or indeed the budget or the time to do so. Joseph and Daniel Duffy pulling out of the way of the Escort in that little Lotus Elise, not prepared to handbrake that around. That is a car that will swap ends very quickly and not quite pivot to where you want it to go to get the power back down. So discretion, the better part of valor. Just take a wide line and live to fight for the rest of the stage and take the hairpin on the chin. It's one way of doing it. Right, so the times are in from our top few competitors. There's Andrew McAlpine. He's on the lever in the N12 Subaru. Oh, it's managing to squeeze that MX-5 past the Subaru of Sir Andrew McAlpine. Turbo wastegate whooshing with every gear change. Very noisy in that Subaru. The times are in for the top few crews now then. Paul Murrow, Craig Simkis still lead the way. Michael Igoe, Will Atkins have taken 4 seconds out of them here on this third stage of the day. There's Sam Gendy, Samantha Bartlett having repaired that car. You saw John Indry and the team as Daniel Poole and Emma Morrison just rearrange a little bit of the furniture in there, making a wider area for people to get the back end round, but the marshals will soon see to that. They'll hunt that Mitsubishi Evo down, and through that twisty section in front of the grandstand now will actually be quicker, so they'll be frustrated and held up in that Corsa, and they'll wonder why they ended up at the back of that Evo. I'm not sure they'll know, as you see Stephen Johansson in the Subaru. Nicely done. Nigel Brain, again, better that time through. So yeah, Michael Iger, Will Atkins have taken 4 seconds out. The gap at the front now, the lead of this rally still belongs to Paul Murrow and Craig Simkis, but they are doing everything they can to hang on. 4 seconds ahead of that C3 Rally 2, which is now looming large in their mirrors. Alex Stubbs loving this hairpin. Nigel Greensall, who we just spoke to in the GT86, not so much. But the big news and the big mover on the leaderboard at the moment is Alistair Stables and Neil Jones, who, get this, currently, I know there are not as many four-wheel drives, Rally 2s and R5s at the front of this entry as we're used to seeing in the Circuit Championship rounds, but they are now in third place overall. 51 seconds back from the lead. Tony Robinson, Paul Spooner, we saw them stall the car on the first split through, and this hairpin that we're watching here, as you see Mick Jowers and Ben Jowers neatly slotting past Stuart Ramby and Rob Brooke, who will be cross with themselves after that. Rambo will be very cross, normally here with his teleporter, in fact probably was last night, putting the hay bales in place. He'll be very cross with himself inside that car. Yeah, they wanted to send it there. So Tony Robinson, Paul Spooner really paying for that mistake here at this hairpin, dropping back to fourth now. And actually, it's a good 14 seconds back from that Chevette up ahead. James Garner, Jordan Joins, still fifth place overall in the orange Darien. You saw fire its way through this hairpin here. Not an easy car to hairpin around and get on the power with. There's Anthony Windle. And here on the hairpin, it's Simon Belcher with Kerry Pullen alongside. They will catch a number of our crews out this hairpin, and it will actually ruin a few people's days where they've got tight battles going on if they get it wrong here. So yeah, James Garner, Jordan Joins, now fifth overall. Stephen Sawley, Rob Johnson behind them in sixth. Then Ken Sturdy, Tom Hutchins. At the moment, we've got three four-wheel drive cars in the top 10. The rest are two-wheel drive. There's a lot of variety in this top 10 today. Fiesta R5, Citroen C3 Rally 2, Vauxhall Chevette, Skoda Fabia R5, Darien GTR, Escort, Avenger, Escort, Elise, Mazda MX-5, and it goes on. The Escort Cosworth of Craig McIntosh, David Jackson dropping back a little bit with the three-point turns in here as Anthony Windle shows exactly what to do with a big thumping British V8 in that TR7. Pendulums it around here in the assembly area. I can't stress to you, having driven that little section of road in the safety car here many a time when I worked here at Cadwell Park, just how tight that section is and how tight it will look coming in there and having to brake while turning right on very green tarmac, and then be ready to grab the handbrake, clutch down, get on the power, and somehow get your car slotted back up the hill in between those bits of gate which are designed, I was about to say, designed to be just wide enough to squeeze a car through and to allow circuit maintenance vehicles through, not to squeeze a rally car through, which is going every way it wants to. And the front diff in that Corsa kit car that have been fighting, and it's pulled them off into the tyres there. That'll be a frustrating moment. No real time loss, but probably a disproportionate amount of damage for Richard Kay and Ian McLean in that Corsa kit car. Stuart Ramby again, not quite getting to grips with the hairpin here. I'm sure he'll make mincemeat of it later, and he'll have some red mist to boot. Joshua Wallace, Kimberly Wallace after they're off, clipping the tyres on the last stage, having bodged the Civic back together. Actually, just cosmetic damage, not much bodging required. Back in action. To remind you, by the way, as always this season on Special Stage, when we are live, we are giving away one of our Rallying is Life Rally TV t-shirts. It's very cool. We'll show you it a little later. All you've got to do is get involved. We just wanted to get you involved with our coverage this year. You can see the Rallying is Life sponsorship banners here in the assembly area. They are sponsors of Stage 5 here at the Alan Healy Memorial Rally, and they are our clothing partners. Nicely done from Peter Outram. Some nice smoke coming off the rear tyres of that Laser Tools Mark II Escort. So yeah, all you've got to do is get involved. Just comment on the live coverage, whether you're watching on specialstage.tv on YouTube or Facebook, and we will pick somebody to give one of those money can't buy Rallying is Life Rally TV t-shirts away, as we are doing for every single live broadcast we're doing this season on Special Stage. There's the lovely little Citroen Visa GTI. Michael Boyens and Stuart Gilks. Oh, we've got a... Traffic's terrible here in the Lincolnshire Wolds this morning. Or glorious, depending on which way you look at it. Citroen Visa GTI, TR7 V8, Suzuki Swift, Super 2000. That is a traffic jam and a half, isn't it, here at Cadwell Park? Luckily, no bodywork modifications, although it can all go horribly wrong when you come in 3 deep into a hairpin, which is at best designed to take a very slim circuit maintenance vehicle. Such is the action here. We've got a lot of spectators around us here at the assembly area. As I mentioned earlier, it's one of the best places in British rallying to watch because you're so close to the cars. Phil Rowlands, normally very sideways in a BMW E36, just easing his way in that second of the TR7 V8s. I'm not sure we're going to have a battle of the TR7s here at Cadwell Park today because Anthony Windle is very much to grips with his. There you go, Will Rutledge was saying earlier on, wasn't he, that Alex, co-driver, was telling me he had to calm down, both local crew, and they love it here, and that is a perfect car for a charge here at Cadwell Park on these tight stages, and they're using it to good effect. They were 3rd last time out in the class on the North Humberside stages in November. They were 5th in class on this rally last year. They know how to pedal that Nova hard, and they are doing just that today. Paul Murrow, Craig Simkis then lead the way out in front. 4 seconds the lead from Michael Igo and Will Atkins in the C3 Rally 2. As you see, the first of our Army team in the Alpha 33, the Subaru engined car that Dave Barber and Christian Davies were having so much fun in, and there is the second of the Army teams, British Armed Forces competitors. Simon Machin, John Quintrell, having had that issue crashing into something on the first stage, not entirely sure what, managing to make it through. Jake Smith, Robbie Sanford in that beautiful brand new Mark II Escort, fresh out of the box, and hoping to keep it looking that way here at Cadwell today, but enjoying themselves in the meantime. So yeah, the lead out in the front, 4 seconds. Paul Murrow, Craig Simkis. Peter Outram took a very tight line into here and still managed to get that Escort slid round and up the exit road down in front of the grandstands here. If you're used to watching motor racing here, you will think the sight and sound, or even the thought of a rally car firing itself past the bottom of the grandstand will be quite remarkable, and believe you me, it is. It's quite the spectacle. Michael Igo, Will Atkins, our newly crowned champions then in a chasing position. Hendrik Minderman, Glyn Thomas taking a cautious approach to this hairpin in here. Nothing wrong with that. Alistair Stables, Neil Jones though in 3rd place overall in that Chevette. Nicely done there from Michael Boyens in the Visa GTI. And there's Peter Taylor, Charlotte Wainwright alongside. They had a crash here this time last year on the Alan Healy Memorial Rally, but they took a 6th place in class finish at the North Humberside stages, so you can excuse perhaps a little bit of caution through these tighter parts of the venue. He normally takes Charlotte Wainwright's mirror off by now. The mirror is still standing, so a less dramatic morning for the MX-5 crew so far. So yeah, Alistair Stables, Neil Jones back to the overall leaderboard, doing a fantastic job with Tony Robinson and Paul Spooner stalling the Skoda R5 here at the hairpin in this stage, dropping back to 4th, meaning that Class C, it's the first time I think we've had a Class C car in 3rd overall this season in the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. What a performance that will be, and what a podium that will be as well when we get to the end of these 9 stages if we have a Class C 2-wheel drive car in 3rd overall. James Garner, Jordan Joins, hoping to battle with Alistair Stables and Neil Jones today, with Martin Hodgson and Tony Jones, and also Michael Bowl, who is in a joint 2nd place in championship standings with Alistair Stables, not here to score points. It's a great opportunity for them to get some important points on the board, and they'll be doing just that. But at the moment, Alistair Stables, Neil Jones has got a Skoda Fabia R5, albeit a slightly modified one, of Tony Robinson and Paul Spooner in between him and his closest class rival, James Garnett, Jordan Joy. But how remarkable, we've got 2 Class C cars fighting inside the top 10 from 3rd and 5th on the leaderboard, respectively. Oliver Howard, Simon Howard, who won their class on the Alan Healy Memorial Rally last year in the grey Nissan Micra, showing just how capable that car is. It's got a lot of power for a 1400 car, real screamer of an engine, and far more preparation and technology in that car than you would expect when you get up close, as is the case with many of the cars in this championship. If you get a chance to get to one of these rounds and get down to the service area and watch some of these cars up close and speak to the drivers, do that, because there's something to be said about the level of preparation and technology and variety in this series. If you're a car nerd, you will love these service areas, and we hope you're enjoying this live coverage today here on special stage as well of the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. Stuart Baines, Suzanne Baines through in their Mark II Escort, nice, neat and tidy. And Mike Webb, Steve Noble, just, you could see, not coming into that expecting to throw themselves in. Hendrik Minderman, Glyn Thomas in the Subaru. Nice sound of a Subaru Boxer engine through the trees here at Cadwell Park. I'm not sure where Peter Taylor thought he was going there, but Charlotte Wainwright would have been going, nope, that's the wrong way. And they've got slimmer mirrors on the MX-5 these days, because they're fed up of me making jokes out of the fact that it's 2 stages in by the time they've usually lost the co-driver's mirror. And don't forget, as I mentioned earlier, we're giving away another of those Rallying is Live special stage t-shirts on today's coverage. Whatever you are doing, make sure you get involved. We will get to some of your comments as well on the live coverage, whether you're watching on specialstage.tv, on Facebook or YouTube. It is great to have you with us, and happy Easter as well. We hope you've tell me what Easter eggs you've got today, because I have got, well, I actually don't know what Easter egg I've got. I bought my wife a Lindor salted caramel Easter egg. I know this is great rally TV, isn't it? But it is Easter Sunday, and I feel like we should be talking about Easter eggs a little bit. Hello to Kevin Massey, watching from sunny Aberdeenshire. Nice and sunny here in the Lincolnshire Wolds as well, I'm pleased to say, Kevin. Ashley Curtis watching from Hessel. Come on, Ashley, you're close enough to come over here for a watch at Cadwell Park. Happy Easter to all at Special Stage and to you, my friends. Steve Chamberlain cheering on Tom and Ken Sturdy. Steve's someone who should definitely bring his Tommy Mackinnon Evo 6 Mitsubishi Evo out here to compete in the Circuit Rally Championship. That would be marvellous. Brian Kemp enjoying the coverage. Fiona Scarrett wishing us a happy Easter, and to you, Fiona. I love that Star Wars cake that you put on Facebook last night. Very good. Good to have Julia Perry with us as well, fresh from her adventure recently in a rally car, joining in and watching the live coverage at home today. Louise Minderman cheering on Hendrik Minderman in the Subaru. Hello to you. Rob Johnson enjoying the coverage. Dan Elmore was here at Cadwell Park for the snowy Mintex that I mentioned in our special feature earlier from down at the old hairpin in 1979. He was 7 years old at that point. I hope Dan won't mind me pointing out Dan, the man with his name above the door at the Rallying His Life clothing boutique. Can we call it a boutique, Dan? Our clothing partner here at Special Stage and sponsors of one of the stages here on his local rally. Today you can see the Rallying His Life banners, and there are a whole load. We often get asked, how do I get Special Stage merchandise? That's where you get it. Search for Rallying His Life on Facebook and follow the link to Dan's shop on there. Martin Booth watching from the Isle of Man. We are certainly looking forward to our visit to the Isle of Man for the Pro Tyre Motorsport UK Asphalt Rally Championship. Rallying's favourite away day. Can't wait to be there. But right now, I can't think of anywhere better to be on Easter Sunday than a sunny Cadwell Park. Hello to Antonio Giovinazzo. Ciao. Paul Sidebottom enjoying tuning in between eating his Easter eggs. Adrian Back watching from Dudley. And David Graham watching from the sidelines. Still needs some sponsorship before he can join the cruise. Don't we all? We all start out in this game thinking we can be the next Colin McRae. We then either run out of talent or money, or both in my case, and then decide to tell the story instead. But that is fine by me. Hopefully you're enjoying being by the sidelines, even if you're not in the car yourself, David. If you're just tuning in, this is the penultimate round of the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. It is the Alan Healy Memorial Rally organised by Border Motor Club here in the Lincolnshire Wolds, where I'm pleased to say it's glorious and sunny at Cadwell Park. And although the championship overall was sewn up last time out in that showdown at Donington Park, it is anything but a done deal here on the stage. It's Michael Igoe, Will Atkins, freshly crowned as our champions here, trying to take another maximum score. And it's hard to believe that Michael, despite the technology underneath him, because that's a bit of a red herring, if I'm really honest, because he's been fighting some very quick people in equally fast cars, has only been rallying for one season before this one and has taken the championship this season. You wonder what lies ahead for the former professional GT racer. Switching from GT racing to rallying, that was nicely done there, wasn't it? From Ian Haynes and Kay Thompson. Just taking the more cautious approach there in the little micro. We'll do some more walk-arounds in the service area later and get a few reactions from our crews as well as you continue to watch the action. We'll take a wander up into the service area now and we'll go for a wander and see if we can catch up with our rally leaders. We've been down watching with the spectators in front of the clubhouse here at Cadwell Park for a little longer than planned, so whether our rally leaders will have had a wander off now, I'm not sure, but we will do our best to. I thought I saw Roger Priestnell out of his car there. That would have been a shame, but no, just somebody who looks like him. It's lovely to see Cadwell Park so busy today. The weather helps. Shame the entry is not quite as bustling as we would expect, but it is Easter Sunday. But it is busy as far as spectators go. Nice atmosphere here, and especially watching down there in front of the clubhouse where you always get a decent crowd. We're going to cover some ground today as we try and bring you a little more than just the stage action in these MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship rounds, because I think that's important. There's a lot more to rallying than just what goes on the stage, but one man who will be very much focused on what's going on the stage, and a man who is putting in one hell of a performance out there. They took another 4 out of you there, Paul, but you know they are blistering, and you will not be sniffing at that, will you?
No. That thing's so fast, it's point to point. It's a really quick car, so I don't know. We're shoving hard. We've gone on a bit harder tyre. Might just get a little bit more, but I don't think they'll keep coming more.
Where do you think they're taking the time? Just marginal all round.
Point to point, yeah. It's a strong art, the Citroen. Yeah.
I've got to say, you absolutely threw it into the hairpin in there, and you maybe lost a little bit of time there for a spectacular point.
Keep telling me everything's flat.
It was great. It was, honestly, you got a bit of a cheer from the spectators down there. Michael came through there a little bit more neat and tidy, but do you know what? Fantastic. And I can see there's some of your livery, your vinyl wrap is hanging off on the side of the car. So you've really been catching the
it must be pull it wrap.
So you didn't catch anything?
No, it just pull it wrap off.
Paul Moreau, your rally leader. After 3 stages, 4 seconds the lead at the moment, but looking remarkably relaxed given the job he's got on his hands today. Craig Simkis looking equally relaxed. Just, are you checking the leaderboard or are you checking the special stage coverage, Craig? He's watching it live. He's desperate for one of those rally TV t-shirts from Rallying His Life. Do you know, I keep asking producer Wayne if I can have one of these t-shirts, but no, I'm not allowed one. You've got to get involved in the coverage. You don't get much more involved than wandering around and talking on the coverage, do you? Looking here, what a sight that is. And that is a very fast Vauxhall Chevette. Alistair, come and join me. Wow, 3rd overall. I know you were just looking at that, and you know the entry is perhaps not quite as big as it has been at the previous rounds, but who cares? 3rd overall.
Well, we said coming in here, this is the best chance to ever get a podium. Obviously, we benefited there. I can't remember who's driving it. Tony in front.
Yeah, Tony Robinson stalled it.
Yeah, he had a problem at this. So when we saw him, when we came on, and your maths do it immediately, and I thought that's 3rd.
But not only some fast thinking, but some very fast reactions down there, because you managed to get the thing. You didn't even stop. You went fully sideways, got the power down, and slipped it up between the cars. Fantastic.
Thank you. We were,
Are you enjoying yourself?
100%. We always do, Paul. You know, it's just Neil and I. We're just our own crew. and we love, hopefully it's the spirit of a club and rallying that we're here without a team and giving it everything. I mean, we're lying one behind Michael Igo. I know he's had a problem, but it's ridiculous.
Our newly crowned champion. There's nothing that take nothing away from that. There are some fast cars here today, and a Chevette in third place overall is fantastic.
Our first rally here, we were seeded 86. That was 5 years ago, and we've taken the 8 off the front for today, and we still pinch ourselves. We can't believe it.
No, it is good, and there's a lot of excitement out there on the live coverage as well. People watching the battle. We've got 7 two-wheel drive cars inside the top 10 today.
I mean, we got that 20 seconds on stage 1, but now Solly and Garner, they're right on it, so it's going to be super close.
Well, Garner's chasing that Skoda R5 down on the overall leaderboard, but as far as the class is concerned, he wants you. And do you know what? So does Daniel Poole, because he's got a chance today as well. With Michael Bowl not here, he and Garner have got a chance to get onto your heels as well.
Yeah, well, indeed. So all we can do is just attack.
I have a question for you.
Go on.
This is one of the most immaculate cars in the championship. It always is, but it's also one of the widest, and you drive it one of the most sideways. How do you never put a mark on this blooming Chevette?
Well, we used to. So in our first year, if you look at the rear arches, there's quite a few war wounds. More on Neil's side, he claims. But somehow it's like second nature now that we somehow know where the edges are. And
it's the law of rallying. It's always the co-driver's side.
You're tempting fate.
No, I've said it every round. You're okay. We've got rid of that one because I've said it a lot and you've never actually marked it. But no, it's a beautiful car, and it is now 3rd overall. This Chevette is 3rd overall on the rally. Fantastic. 1979, the Mintex Rally visited here. We had Henry Toivonen, we had Per Eklund, we had Stig Blomqvist. We had drivers who went on to drive Chevettes in big events in the British Championship here. And here we have a Chevette in 3rd place overall at Cadwell Park. That is it for the first live broadcast here on Special Stage for the penultimate round of the MGJ Engineering Circuit Rally Championship. It is the Alan Healy Memorial Rally. It is Cadwell Park. It is bright sunshine, and it is Easter Sunday. So go and eat some Easter eggs, and we will be back very shortly. Stay tuned to our social media for any changes to the schedule, but all being well, we'll be back with you early afternoon here on Special Stage for more live action from what is shaping up to be a pretty interesting leaderboard out there.